Another edition of Wrestling is Trash, a nonsensical wrestling podcast where we talk about professional wrestling, past, present, and quite possibly the future. Joining me is our illustrious panel of contestants. We have Nick Anicelli over that way. We have Mitch, always in this bitch, down here at the bottom. And we got, I got to give him there you go, Brian, down that way, UWO representative.
we bringing it back to breaking 84.
Yeah. What's my broom at? Yeah, but we're here. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Royal Rumbles and whatnot. And this is always an open forum for the fans, the wrestling enthusiasts and whatnot. We got links in the chat area if you want to just jump in, say your piece, and jump out. I might be opening a can of worms by doing that, but I don't give a fuck. So yeah, what we got on the card, man? What we got?
All right. So the way we gonna do it, because our lovely man down there, Mr. Mitch, is a little short on time. We're gonna start with the Rumbles, but I want to start on a positive note, something we maybe all agree on. We're gonna start with the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
we got Natalya, who's already identified at number 30, and then Nia Jax, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Peyton Royce, Alexa Bliss, Shayna Baszler, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott, Tamina Snuka, and 17 superstars to be determined. The winner gets the title shot at WrestleMania 37. I'm going to throw mine out there. I am on the massive, and I have been for a while, but Bianca Belair bandwagon, like everyone else. So that's who I think is going to win, and I think Hope wins. Who do you got, Mr. Bryan?
All right. Well, this is a fun one. I've been on the Bianca bandwagon for a while now. Very excited if she was to win. Mm-hmm. I really hope they don't give it to Charlotte again. I don't know why. I have this awkward feeling that maybe, just maybe, they might go with Charlotte. My dark horse wild card to quote unquote debut, I actually have two. I wouldn't be surprised now that she is considered a free agent. Tessa Blanchard may be appearing as a guest. Who knows? And Taya Valkyrie, who just finished up with Impact. So I wouldn't be surprised if either one of those two were to show up for the Women's Rumble as like a big, big surprise. But my other dark horse, aside from Bianca as my other pick to come out and win this, would probably be Rhea Ripley. So it'd be either Bianca or Rhea.
Okay. Yep.
I was about to say, if you picked another black girl, that meant your dark horse reference would have been noted.
Yeah, but see, Kiara Hogan is on Impact. See, that would be my other dark horse reference, but I'm not going to do that.
I love me.
Who you got there, Mr. Mitch?
Greetings, fellow human beings. What's cracking? What's popping? What it be? What it do? What it gonna do? All right, I'm gonna throw some wild stuff at y'all tonight.
I'm ready.
This morning. And here's the thing too. It's gonna piss off a lot of internet fans, but I don't care. Who do I want to win the Women's Royal Rumble? Oh, Stephanie McMahon, without question. But that's probably not gonna happen. But I'd love to see that happen because the first Women's Rumble, she was on commentary. I'd love to see her get one more run at that Women's Championship. She's my favorite of all time. But come on, y'all. Bianca Belair is definitely, it's unanimous, right? It's unanimous. It's Bianca Belair. I'd like to see Rhea Ripley get it, but it's Bianca. Bianca Sasha is your women's main event at Mania. It's got to be.
Okay. Carl, since you popping into the discussion and whatnot, I see that you repositioned yourself to get some better Wi-Fi.
The iPad, is not working for me right now.
Upgrade your Wi-Fi, Carl.
Upgrade your iPad. You probably got an iPad Gen 1. You got the big button in the middle and shit. It's squared corners.
Don't make fun of my iPad, man. I pay too much money for it.
Yeah,
I'm on an iPad.
But wanted to know your predictions. Who would you like to win the Women's Royal Rumble?
Bianca Belair, hands down. She was the main event. She was the MVP last year.
Mm-hmm.
She's been getting some type of push, with everything that she's been doing on SmackDown. With carrying Otis on her shoulders and everything. Like a lot of attention has been on her. I definitely.
Oh, there you go.
Unanimous.
Yeah, but to take Mitch's quote, it is unanimous. Everybody is in agreement that it's going to be Bianca Belair to take it, and I won't be heartbroken if she doesn't, because I've said it. Sam Roberts said it and got some heat, so I'm somebody else that's going to say the same thing to echo his sentiments. She is all that and a bag of chips.
Hey Rob, we're gonna get Bianca Sasha, right? But what are we gonna get on Raw at Mania? Like, are we gonna get Charlotte and Lacey? You think for the Raw Women's title? Like Lacey beats Asuka and then Charlotte challenges Lacey, or what are we getting on Raw?
I think we're gonna get Charlotte and Asuka. I think eventually, kind of like what they did with Shane and Miz, how they had the tag champs. I don't think they'll lose them tonight, which we'll get into that, but they'll split, and then I think that's going to be the match. Vegas odds.
Yeah, Vegas
So
odds.
Rhea
Ripley is taking it tonight.
Okay,
Cool.
okay, Mr. Impact.
But what I don't get, we bring up Charlotte. What's up with her selling lately? Or
Yeah,
lack thereof.
taken out at 0.
She
I
thinks
don't
she's Hulk
wrestle.
Hogan?
I don't know, man. She just been like, especially when that Riot Squad tag match or whatever, man. Ruby got a couple of forearms in there, real thick, real stiff like.
I don't know. I mean, I like the aggressive style out of Charlotte, because I know a lot of people like crap on Charlotte about, she's overrated because of her dad's name or whatever. But Charlotte's great in the ring. And even I go back to last year's WrestleMania with her and Rhea Ripley. That fight was awesome because it looked like a fight. They were beating the shit out of each other. I enjoy that when it comes to pro wrestling. Like, don't get me wrong, the flips and kicks are all cool, but eventually I want it to look like we know it's a simulated fight, but I want it to look like a fight. You know what I'm saying? And I actually like that little mean streak out of Charlotte. But since she's been back, she hasn't looked the best she's looked.
I agree.
Right? Yeah, lots of ring rust I've noticed.
Yeah.
So it's in the vein of hard hitting matches or whatever. Did you get to put your eyeballs against Shingo and Tanahashi last night or yesterday?
No, I did not. But I do want to catch up on New Japan Strong. I heard Mox finally has arrived, and him and Kenta going down. I believe it's the
21st.
21st?
Yes.
Yep.
Hey,
I got to see that.
Real quick, guys, back to this Women's Rumble. So if Rhea Ripley, she hasn't debuted on the main roster yet, right?
No.
It's at like a official capacity, but when they did the Survivor Series last year, she was there.
And the Mania thing with Charlotte. But
Yeah.
if she legit debuts in the Rumble and wins, that's got to be one of the greatest women's debuts ever. I think they should do that. And you can go Oscar Ripley at Mania.
I'd be down for
I
that.
I would rather that.
Yeah, because
I think
Charlotte and
sorry,
Lacey, they got a storyline that's awesome, I think. And I think you need to keep them together. But the problem is you got Charlotte and Asuka as the tag champs. So I mean, I don't know what they're doing.
I think if Rhea was to win, they'd have her go with Sasha, just because of the Charlotte Asuka thing, which I'd be cool with Rhea and Sasha. I'd be very cool.
Yeah, and Asuka, if they're gonna go forward with her and Charlotte, she needs to get a win back. She lost to the Charlotte.
They need
Yeah,
to get those
exactly.
tag belts back on the Iconics.
But then she
Well,
said
thank
she caught
you.
up with the whole,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What
Thank
he
you.
said.
I don't
What he
get
said.
I don't get that though. There's like,
I missed
we're gonna break you up from being the tag team, an awesome tag team, and then we're gonna put you where other people make y'all tag teams.
It was the worst decision in 2020.
Yes.
The
Literally.
only legitimate women's tag team they broke up.
So
Like,
yeah,
I
they're
guess
undefeated
the
at
Riot
WrestleMania.
Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we
And
got?
here's the worst
shout outs
part.
to Eddie Mate.
Well, here's the worst part. Peyton Royce doesn't even do her entrance right anymore. That's the worst part.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. So we're all in agreement. We'd like to say like Charlotte or Rhea or like someone like that. Even I think if Bailey won, I don't think people would be too mad because you're going to get Shastra and Bailey. And this will transition to the next match. Do you think more people would be pissed if Charlotte was to win tonight, or if, say, Goldberg loses to McIntyre but enters the Rumble and wins? What do you think would, truth be honest, what do you think would piss people off more?
Ugh.
Hey,
A lot-
what's up?
Hey,
What up, fellas? What up?
We got
What up?
Victor Villain, representative of Hills Pops and Chair Shots podcast. I was
How
a
we
guest on
doing?
that
How we
not long
doing?
ago. So yeah, I extended an invitation. Now we got a 6-man up in here.
So,
Thanks for the invite, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we was about to transition off the women's Royal Rumble, but real quickly, go ahead and what you got as far as predictions? Who do you think will win, or who would you like to win the women's Royal Rumble?
As far as the women's Royal Rumble goes, wow, I'm really expecting a lot of surprises, really, but I'm going bold, and I'm gonna think Ronda Rousey's gonna win this thing, man. Yeah, and if of course when I'm wrong, my backup plan is Bianca Belair.
Hey,
everyone's
across the board. People have picked Bianca Belair with a real.
And when's Becky coming back?
Who knows? Becky might come back.
Who?
Yes, I know she just had the baby, but from what I hear, she is in phenomenal shape for someone who just had a child.
Yeah, she just dropped 8 pounds real quick.
Yeah.
So that's actually what I wanted to do with these. Right. What I wanted to do before we transition to the men's is everyone just say who we think is who's gonna be a surprise return, whether it's like a Becky Lynch, like you're returning to action, or a legend coming back, or something like that. Like who do we think? Like me personally, I think I have a gut feeling. I just don't know why. I have a feeling Trish Stratus is gonna come back tonight.
Hey,
yeah, I saw that tweet.
And if anybody considers Alicia Fox a legend, I'm kicking you in the nuts. I'm just saying.
Hey, look.
It's blurred lines out there, man.
Look, we had this conversation. Let me tell you
we did.
Let me tell you the distinction and the difference. You got Hall of Famer and you got legend. Legend is equivalent to a veteran. That's somebody that's been there for a long time. Are they Hall of Fame caliber? Yes and no, maybe. But a legend is not on the same level as a Hall of Famer. So you can call somebody a legend and not necessarily have them be a Hall of Famer. They are a veteran. They're long of tenure.
Okay, so am I a legend for eating at McDonald's? Because I've been going there for 36 years. Am I a legend for that?
Man, 36 years, legendary.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a legend at McDonald's now. Where's my plaque?
You get a platinum kids meal for that.
Okay, good.
All right, so,
and I want 5 minutes in the pulpit by myself.
He's a McVet.
I'm a McVet. Thank you.
Right,
hold on, wait. I'm a Mitch vet. I'm a Mitch vet. See?
There you go.
See what I did? See what I did there? New shirt, Mitch.
Not quite.
All right,
so Mitch,
what you got?
So Mitch, who do you think? Who do we got, Mitch? Who we got returning?
I already said it. Style and grace. We're gonna be down. Lean on in. Welcome to the queendom. We want Stephanie all day.
Nice.
Come on.
That is a nice ad.
What about you, Vic? So Vic, would you say yours is Ronda Rousey?
Yeah. Ronda Rousey for me, man. I think she's coming back tonight.
All right, Carl, what you got?
Carl, what you got?
Well, I was gonna say Alicia Fox, but I don't want to get kicked in the nuts by Brian.
Oh man,
right. What you got, Brian?
I'm going with my 2 and a possible 3rd. Tessa debuts, Taya Valkyrie debuts, or a returning Melina, who I seen a couple weeks ago with WWE.
I want all of his to happen, man.
He said he want all of them.
I do have another one. Yeah. Y'all gonna be mad about this one, but she is signed to the company now. Eva Marie.
Yeah.
Okay. I see that happening. I can see that happening. Yeah.
You might get a bonus one tonight because Mia Yim got pulled because of the COVID.
Oh, COVID, right? Yeah. You think they pulled Lee, man?
Yeah, they pulled Lee. Lee got it too.
Oh, Lee too. Damn.
Yeah. Sad.
I still want my number. I still want my number 30, even though I know they gave it to Natalya. I still want Lana to come back and just win the Rumble and not do anything, just to troll people.
Yeah,
it would benefit the Rumble match itself, man. Unpredictability, stuff like that needs to happen more often, man.
Like Lana just in the corner, and then next thing you know, Natty and Nia and whoever just go all over the top. Lana just throws them all over. She wins.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right. So
who you got, Rob?
I got. I don't know. You kind of baited me with that Becky shit, So I might pick that. Oh, Thunder Rosa.
Oh,
that would be great.
What if Thunder Rosa?
What if?
I know.
All
right.
Next,
I like that rock towel you got there too, man. That's dope.
I've had it since 2000, bro. I'm the biggest
That's
rock
nice, man.
Thank you.
So now we got the 30-man Royal Rumble match as advertised on everywhere. You got Randy Orton coming in at number 1, Edge at number 2. Before I say the rest, I feel bad for number 3. Then you got Daniel Bryan U.S. champion Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, Otis, Miz, Jey Uso, Cesaro, Jeff Hardy, Shinsuke, Sammy, Dolph Ziggler, Big E, IC champion Big E, Sheamus, John Morrison, Elias, Ali, Strowman, Corbin, Mysterio, and 8 others to get a title shot.
Did you say the Miz?
First off, no, I did not.
Okay.
So one thing that pissed me off is I'm all about surprises. I don't know why the hell they had Strowman come back Friday.
Boo.
I get it. He's not like a
man.
huge surprise. I get it. He's not a huge surprise, like a legend, like even like an MVP coming back. You know what I mean? But it's still like there's no surprises. I feel like even Edge. I can see them saying Edge because Edge already returned last year. You know,
I was
going
gonna ask you how you felt about them announcing 1 and 2.
So I think I don't know. I was telling Rob, I'm not too crazy about that. You know what I mean? Like, I get why, because it's Edge and Orton and all that shit. But, the Fiend's going to have a spot. But I don't know. Number 1 and 2 doesn't bother me as much as number 30.
I think they're leaving a little margin for surprises and whatnot because we know that there's not going to be too many surprises because of the situation that we're in. There's hard to get new people cleared to come in there inside the bubble and whatnot. So, they're just kind of playing it close to the chest. If they're able to skeet at least 2, maybe 3 surprises in there, I'd be happy with that.
So the only thing I'll say about this year's Rumble before I say my pick and we start going around the horn, a lot of people are speculating and people online saying like it's going to be someone like everyone that they're saying right now is like going to piss the internet off, which pretty much they do every year. Besides last year, I would say. But so I'm just hoping it's really not like a Goldberg Lesnar. I really wouldn't care too bad. Anyone but Goldberg. We all know how I feel about Goldberg. Yeah, at least at this point. But I'm still sticking with my gut. Edge. I'm still going with Edge. I think Edge going the distance. I think Edge and Roman, even though they advertise him on Raw, I think Edge and Roman would be a great story. Got the Battle of the Spears first off. And then
I love that.
my number 2 backup though, I'd go Daniel Bryan. What do you got, Mitch?
Man, I love the Royal Rumble, man. It probably was the best match of the year last year, besides the Boneyard match. But like, there's so many things that can happen.
Ooh, boo you with that Boneyard shit.
Hey, Rob, we're gonna be nice.
Yeah, Rob.
We're not gonna do that today.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Go watch some Joe Rogan and Undertaker, Rob.
I'll just say this real quick. The Boneyard was the best match of the year.
Hey, screw this. Undertaker's
Boneyard
winning.
match, yes.
The boner. The
Boneyard was pure gold. That's right, I said.
Y'all see this right here, right?
Go the fuck home.
Rob's gonna shut the show down.
Don't let me start hitting this goddamn button, make y'all disappear from the stream.
I love that button.
All right. So I want to see Brock Lesnar for sure. I miss him. Do you guys miss him? Come on, you guys miss him.
Love Brock.
Oh, I like this comment down at the bottom
Good.
here. Becky comes back at number 28, attacks Lana, and takes a spot like the year previous when Becky took Lana's spot.
Vice versa. Justice is served.
I don't like that.
I like that. That'd be hilarious.
I'm with it. I'm with
that. Or damn, Becky come out running with the baby, hit her across the head like the briefcase, and hand her off, and just cash in, be in the Rumble.
So Mitch, what are you saying, Brock?
Yeah, I want to see Brock for sure. I'd like to see him just get involved. I could see Edge and Orton going the distance and doing the Bret Hart Lex Luger. I could see AJ Styles winning his first Rumble. I could see Daniel Bryan winning his first Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
But are you guys ready for what I want to see?
Oh, do tell.
Wait, hold on, Rob.
I love the build though. The build is what's getting me right now.
Rob, get the button ready.
All right. Ready.
You might want to. So, in case we don't get to talk about Drew and Goldberg, I gotta tell you guys, I want Goldberg to win without question. Now here's my question. Come on.
All right, but I can. Hopefully, you can turn this around. I think I know where you're going.
I feel like we're at the Thunderdome. All right, everybody, boo.
Well, here's my question: is WrestleMania gonna be in front of a crowd?
Yes.
Yeah.
Allegedly, yeah.
Has that been announced? Is there tickets on sale?
Yes.
Tickets are supposed to go on sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if it isn't, and they do a theatrical, a cinematic match, here's what you do. And this is how you get the ratings up. And you guys are hearing it here first, by the way. We're making history. This is how you get the ratings up. This is how you get national attention on WrestleMania. Rob, you better put that finger away, or I'll put my finger somewhere.
Oh no!
Oh, wait a minute.
Hey man, I ain't 45 yet. I ain't got.
Interesting.
Here's what you do: you have Goldberg become the champion tonight, and then at number 30, in the Thunderdome with no crowd, you bring out Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I love this guy right now.
And you have him just do a couple stutters. What? Couple beers. What? A Whataburger. What? And then he throws everybody out, and you got Goldberg.
Kool-Aid Drizzy.
You got Goldberg versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania.
Wow.
Hello, national attention.
That's a good main event for a Saturday night, I say.
Yeah.
And
Well, what you got, Vic?
It can be a movie. It can be an action movie. Bill Goldberg versus Steve Austin. You know, the Condemned 2. Let's go.
Wouldn't that be
What
like
you-
the
what-
Condemned 3?
I don't know. Who knows?
Part 2.
Come on, man.
I love it.
You
I
know,
love it.
Sports Center would just.
Oh, they'll eat it up.
Woo! Everybody would eat it up.
Man, they
What
get
you-
old Ric Flair ass up in there, and then we can talk about some things.
Coming out wooing and popping. What you got, Vic?
Yeah.
Me, I
But Daniel Bryan's probably gonna win.
Okay, there we go. There we
I
go.
feel that. Me, I like I feel everybody's going with their picks based on pretty much Mania's main event, right?
Yeah.
So like where we think they're headed. I got two. My main pick is gonna go with Sheamus. I think they're building to Sheamus and Drew for Mania. Slowly and I think surely, but that's just my gut. I'll go with Sheamus. And then my other main event gotta be The Rock and Roman. So to get there, I feel it's perfect for The Rock to be involved tonight and maybe somehow pull it off. He's my sleeper pick, man, to win this men's rumble. I don't know.
So that you
Yes,
must have no access to your snooze button because The Rock is not showing up.
Nah, man.
Well. So here's the thing, though. I'll say because Roman's still teasing the match, but more for LA. But what I'll say about it is, and to kind of agree with Vic, like Roman's the hottest he's going to be. Is Roman going? Now, granted, you can get him hot again, when they come out to LA. But is he gonna be that? Is he gonna be as hot as he is now with the whole? I doubt the tribal chief head of the table. Like that's great, I love it. But can it go 2 more years?
Yeah, I almost feel like they're 2 years too early for that.
Samoa Joe. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I
it's
think-
a 2 years.
And
It's a
they
2-year
are gonna be
wait.
in front- and they are going to be in front of a crowd now.
What is so they can do a prolonged Cena and The Rock or whatever? They can shake hands on it, and 2 years later we're gonna have a WrestleMania match.
The Rock wins tonight. I won tonight, but I'll see
I've
you
seen
in 2 years.
somewhere they've booked a Mania match a year in advance. I don't remember where, but
It was Rock and
It's-
Cena.
it-
Rock and Cena.
Oh, you mean when they did it twice in a lifetime?
Yeah, twice in a lifetime.
So let me ask, I guess, everyone, because
they took my money.
how would you guys feel on Vic's pick if Sheamus won? Me personally, I'd be a little mad. I think Sheamus is great. I wouldn't want that.
Yeah, it's not popular. It's not a popular.
Yeah.
Everything is up in the air as far as the men and whatnot because there's still a briefcase floating around, so it doesn't really matter who wins.
But let me
Right.
ask,
That also
I'm trying-
barely matters.
I'm trying to remember last year at this time. Was Drew like a very, very big favorite to win? Like I was all about Drew winning. But was he a
Yes, I think he
huge
was.
favorite? Because I remember everyone was talking about, well, Punk might come in now.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah,
always
who
a slip.
Oh, no,
Yeah, exactly.
nominee
But, like,
to come in.
who was the big favorite winning the men's Rumble? Was it Drew? Like day of, obviously Vegas.
I think Drew was a favorite. I think maybe Brock was in the mix.
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee
Keith
was a name
Lee
out
was
there, yes.
yes. Keith Lee was definitely a name.
Aleister Black. Whatever happened to him?
Oh
So
man,
he might actually come back tonight.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has an OnlyFans.
So I'll say this
Oh,
because
sorry.
I know I think that's what I'll say. I know we're gonna go around with that after, but I'll say mine in advance now. Aleister Black was who I think is gonna come back tonight.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And
okay.
look at that Final Four prediction down at the bottom.
That's a damn good Final Four. By
Cena
the way.
or that's probably the best Final Four you can
Ooh.
damn near ever. That could potentially be some people's Mount
I love-
Rushmore of top
I love
fours.
Orton in the Rumble, man. He always does something special. Like he's the, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but like this, he's won the only match in wrestling where every man is for himself. Managed to win with a team. Him and Legacy dominated and made it work.
There you go.
Well,
Make
he-
Aleister Black great again.
Right.
Yeah, make him great, please.
Bro,
Well,
if I was
Vic,
Aleister
if you
Black,
think about it too, Vic
I'd
did
just
this.
be chilling at home.
Yep, Vic, he did the same thing with Wyatt though when he won in 2017.
Right. With the Wyatts too.
That-
Like
That's why you got to consider Randy one of the greatest of all time. Because think about it. In 2009, he was one of the greatest heels. He won that Rumble because of his team. He had that match with Triple H, kissing Stephanie, beating everyone up. Then in 2017, where at this point he's been in the business 14 years or whatever, still relevant that he won
could
that
do it,
Rumble
man.
with Goldberg in it, Taker in it, Lesnar, Roman, all this, and he got a huge reaction when he won.
oh yeah.
Orton's
I
good.
saw you. Yeah,
Big,
you gotta
man. He's
consider
good
him
money.
one of
Now,
the best of all
Do we
time.
think Orton is good or he has very good opportunities?
No, I think
No,
Orton's great.
Yeah,
I think he's
Orton's
great, especially when you got to say like even with he was one of the
He's
best. things
he's
in
a first
2020.
ballot, man.
I'll say this about Randy Orton. When Randy Orton is motivated, he is the top guy in the business.
I even think he's doing kind of good with this Fiend weird mask thing, looking like Nacho Libre.
Yeah.
I've been watching
I will
Raw
say this.
a couple times
Yeah.
this month.
I can tell you the beginning of the Rumble right now with Edge and Orton starting. They're gonna have like their normal match. People will come in. They will team up to throw whoever is number 3, whoever is number 4, whoever is number 5.
Because
By
we
the time
gotta
we
fight.
reach 7,
Oh yeah.
the Fiend. The
Nope,
Fiend
I
will
put
throw-
Fiend at 3.
Oh,
Make the
yes.
Fiend
I
number 3.
like that, brother. I like that.
Make the
Yeah.
Fiend
Not
number 3.
Not number 3. Give them like 7.
No,
Because
start it
Orton
off
and
one.
Orton and
See-
Edge still got that beef. They
I
still
won't-
got that story still lingering. They're gonna have a match. They're gonna get into
Yeah.
this
So
match.
what I
I
think
see
is gonna
that.
happen.
I see that.
You
So what I
saved the
think-
Fiend. You saved the Fiend. Because there's still some unresolved things. You let
Yeah.
Edge
I won't.
you let Edge and Orton
Yeah.
team up, eliminate a vast majority of the field when it looks like the favor is in that of Orton's corner. Poof, Fiend come up, take him out, continue the feud. There you
So
go.
what I think is going to happen is going to be like an 04's Rumble when after Kane buried Taker alive, the music hit kind of thing, and it was Taker's gong, and Kane was like, "What the fuck? No way! I killed you!" And then he got thrown over. I think that's what's going to happen. So I don't think the Fiend will be in the match, but I think the lights are going to trickle at some point. And then he's going to get his ass thrown over the top rope.
I won't be Fiend kidnapping the Orton from the Rumble and then appearing at some point too. Some weird
I
shit.
think-
That'll be
I
some
mean, it's
weird
possible.
shit.
If we don't get Goldberg, if Goldberg loses, I think we'll get Drew, Orton, Edge, and Fiend in a 4-way at Mania. I could see that happening. Maybe I don't know.
Could.
We haven't
you
had
never
a
know.
4-way in a while.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you're right.
I know I've been
do you-
married for 12 years, so I haven't had a 4-way in a while.
Ah, good times.
who you got, Mr. Bird?
It's in the air for me because my initial pick was Keith Lee. You know, there's too much that has been going on with him for Keith Lee. Nakamura is definitely not gonna win it.
Damn, just bury Eric. He just
Damn.
made a comment.
You just
Damn.
Yeah.
Just bury
I
Eric.
like
Hey,
it.
not-
Eric.
he pulled down his
Nakamura.
trousers and shit firmly on that
Don't
pick.
take that shit from him, Eric.
Yeah, Nakamura on a roll, though.
My pick is Daniel Bryan, even though Daniel Bryan is one of those guys who can just get a shot whenever he feels like it. But we've been wanting to see Daniel Bryan win the Rumble since that year Roman won it, and they had to bring in The Rock just to like give Roman some type of pop.
He said,
Or in
Carl-
Mysterio, man.
He said Carl took a wet dump on his shit.
So two things.
Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad. Just gotta keep
Apologize.
Apologize.
Two
Eric-
things though.
Eric-
You
Eric, I apologize.
I hope
two
you
things, though. You
number
gotta think
30.
Vince
Number
McMahon
30?
has overall control of the Rumble and who cheers and who boos. Just think about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every company at this point has that control or whatever, because it's usually their employees that are in the crowd for the most part, are their employees that are within earshot of the microphones. So
but at least we got Nakamura's good music back.
yeah.
Yeah,
I like them both. I like them both.
Do you guys think Triple H
Yeah, I
is
like
going to
both
get involved in the Rumble, and he's going to do something at Mania? Because he didn't last year.
I think he's gonna fight AJ Styles at the Rumble.
I like that, dude.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because that's the only outsider from another company that Triple H hasn't beat yet. So
Well, AJ Styles AJ Styles is pulling what he did on Taker. He said, "I want to fight Triple H at Mania." He's been saying it everywhere, so it's gonna happen.
Good.
Okay.
I like it.
I hope it kind of gets NXT involved. Like AJ shows up to NXT. It's gonna be dope.
Eric
How we-
responded to you.
How we feeling about Jay
I
White?
gotta laugh at that.
Oh, Jay White. Yeah, we forgot all about that. Rumor is that he could possibly make a debut here or even sign with another company that is not.
Yeah. Who we got, Mr. Brian?
All right, here's the part where Brian Fantasy books the Rumble in a way that everyone's gonna love it, but it's not gonna happen. All right,
Matt Riddle.
My favorite.
Matt Riddle.
Here we go. First things
Wait,
first.
Matt Riddle.
Oh God, I love Matt Riddle. I'm a huge fan of Matt Riddle. But
Hey man, I got flip flops on right now.
all right, here we go. You want to make Aleister Black great again? Have him come back and win the Royal Rumble, and have him have a secret guy telling him what to do to turn him darker and more evil. Then eventually, right before Mania, we figure out the guy who's been talking into Aleister Black's ear has been the villain, Marty Scurll. Sorry, Vic. So you can have something like that occur.
I thought
We can have, huh?
I thought I was gonna get
gross.
booked a second.
That would have been great. But no, all right. My surprise Rumble picks. Jay White was the name I was gonna throw out there for a surprise Rumble pick. Marty was actually a surprise Rumble pick. I want to see, like I said, I want the Fiend to show up number 3 just to get it out the way, because with all due respect, with all due respect to y'all's picks, I don't see Edge or Orton going for a world title at Mania. That is a storyline that is not complete. And with the Fiend involved in it, it's going to end up being some type of weird triple threat, because the 3 of them are going to have to fight. He's already told the story with Edge. With Randy. He's going to end up telling the story with Edge at some point or another, how, you're sacrificing your life and your own health and risk to come back, blah, 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 blah. So I'd rather see the 3 of them start off the Rumble and then the 3 of them eventually get eliminated, because I feel like the Rumble should be somewhere to elevate somebody else. Keith Lee was going to be my dark horse pick up until the news of, him having COVID. It is what it is. Daniel Bryan has been my pick for months now. Before it was
years.
Well, no. I mean, like, going into this Rumble, Nick, you can go back and B-Rob, I've been on here on our show. I've been talking about it. I've been talking about Bryan being the Rumble winner for 6-7 months now. With all due respect to the Rock pick, I don't think the Rock's coming back for this one.
No.
I feel like SmackDown is going to get the winner. I feel like Cesaro is going to be the Iron Man of the Rumble. Yep. I feel like he's going to start off somewhere between like 5 and 10 and just go off and put on a monster performance, because they're building him as the pound for pound strongest guy in the company, which what they should have been doing for years. Yeah, legitimately for years. Nakamura, I feel like, has a decent chance of winning, but I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on that. And the only reason I stick with Bryan is it's the best story to be told, unless they go with Brock Lesnar as a surprise. But to me, the Daniel Bryan story is the best story. It's been about like 6-7 years now. With this whole thing in Roman. The story literally sells itself. You don't even have to educate most of us fans about Bryan and Roman. You know what I mean? So to me, Bryan has been my lock pick. I'm not changing it. I'm gonna go with D-Bry.
That's your assumptions about Daniel Bryan in the bottom there.
He probably will get that fight. I mean, if Brock's in the Rumble, Brock's winning it.
Yeah.
If Brock's in the Rumble, Brock's winning it. But as of right now, I'm going with Bryan.
That's a safe assumption. If Brock is in the Rumble, Brock is winning, because you can go up with Roman and Paul Heyman be like, "Oh no, I don't know who to jerk off to."
Yeah, that's the other story.
Here's the other story. That's literally exactly what me and Brian booked last year, except that instead of Roman, CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'll throw Phil in there too, because somebody wasn't on backstage yesterday. And just to piss off the internet. Just to piss off the internet. Because you know something? Roman versus Punk would be money too. Think about it.
Oh yeah.
If you really think about it, it would be money because think about it. When Punk left the company, who was one of the guys that was starting to get shoved down our throat? It was Roman. He saw the bullshit on the wall.
Yeah, and then Punk even had that podcast with Cole Cabana, and he was talking about, make Roman look strong, and that's when all the hate started going towards Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and if you think about it, going back to when the Shield was originally formed, because we all know it was Punk's idea to bring 3 guys up, he could even tell him, he goes, you were supposed to be the replacement. It wasn't supposed to be you. It was supposed to be Hero. Because originally it was Ambrose, Rollins, and Hero, but they replaced them. It was supposed to be, but they replaced them with Roman because Roman had to look. So Punk can say, I left for 7 years. I did whatever the hell I wanted to do. I made my money, and I'm still more relevant in this business than you are. And then, boom, you got a storyline right there.
What about John
Punk?
I like Cena coming out.
I'd be cool with Cena winning too.
Yeah, because
that's third Rumble. And tied with Austin.
Yeah, and also it is just like what I said. They still have somewhat of an unresolved beef. I mean, it's the anniversary of that promo that Cena cut on Roman.
Cena destroyed.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, September.
It came
the wrong one,
right?
Yeah,
I remember.
So,
that.
and the other thing,
and then, like I said last time, you can bring it full circle once again. You have Cena win, come in at number 30, kind of like a tribute to his historic Royal Rumble return at number 30. You have him go up against Roman. You have him win, get 17. Then you have the Miz cash in, full circle, WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Throw the horns up.
That
in the
would
air.
be dope, honestly.
Well, if that's the case,
Hold on, wait, can I get
Poetic justice right there.
if that's the case, make sure a camera is on Eddie.
Yeah.
From UWO. Please.
So the only thing too,
you're probably not going to get Rock, like you guys said. Rock's going to be in LA, Texas.
You'll get Cena before you get The Rock.
You'll get Cena.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'll put all the money in the world. Cena's going to be at Mania. It's literally in Tampa. He lives in Tampa.
Yeah.
That was my other surprise pick for the Rumble with Cena.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, but
speaking, what's Lesnar going to do at Mania?
I think there's potential, man. They got 2 nights of that, so 4 minutes. Gotta talk to me, bro.
Yeah.
Bobby fucking Lashley. Make it happen.
Oh yeah, man.
Make it happen.
I like that.
Make it happen.
US title.
Yeah.
There you go.
Lesnar's never had a mid-card title. I'd love to see Lesnar Lashley for the US title. That'd be fun.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Eric,
that'd be dope.
Eric got another controversial comment for you.
All right.
If Cena Jackson wins it, I'll get a tattoo of his face on my ass.
He already has.
So now before we go into Rob's pick, I want to stroll down memory lane.
All right.
Because we've been talking about this for a minute. Back in July, Rob and I did a podcast. I think it was just us two, actually.
I think so.
We were saying who's going to win the Rumble, and we both agreed it'd be Aleister Black.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it might not be him, but Rob, I think we can take a W if he at least comes back tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Will you and I agree that's a win?
Yes, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Okay, so Rob and I should be hired because we kind of predicted it. So Rob, who you got?
Rob will definitely stroll through the hollow halls of his local Walmart blasting that song.
Hell yeah. I need to do that again.
That's his best video of all time.
Yeah, put a patch on my eye and just start walking around.
Oh, but if he comes back with that patch, I'll lose my mind. And they got Nakamura's old music back, so get Aleister Black's old music back, damn it.
Hey, Rey Mysterio grew a new eyeball in a couple months, so I think Aleister should be good.
Anything is possible. Anything. We've seen it all, folks. We've seen it all.
Stem cells. I'm telling you.
I can say this, honest to God, I love Rumble season based on the fact that we could sit here and come up with theories upon theories all day and make everything sound good. Now the problem is, it's like, as a fan, it's like, all right, we can come up with all this shit, but WWE, what you gonna give us? And I'm actually excited for it because tonight, I legit, for the men's Rumble, as much as I've been championing Bryan, I legit don't know where they're gonna go and who's going to win this Rumble. Like, legit, to me, there is no favorite.
And
that's good, man. That's good.
At this point, Vince McMahon could win and be like, you guys said we suck, so I'm gonna win.
And everybody will be just like Curb Your Enthusiasm. Fuck you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah. That's literally me after every pay-per-view.
What if Stephanie and Shane McMahon are the Rumble winners?
I wouldn't even be mad. If that happened, I wouldn't even be mad.
You know what? That could be.
It should be expected at this point.
You know what? That could be that could be a legit surprise entrance. We already got Mitch predicting Stephanie gonna pop up in the women's. Why not have Shane in the men's?
Just like last
Hey, he's
year
already
when
the best wrestler in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here
When
we go.
Like when Brock.
And we got working titty meat.
Working titty meat. Nice.
My cohort from the UWO podcast.
What we got, Rob?
As far as my pick goes,
Undertaker.
No,
Hey.
don't give him the boot.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that today.
He's like, I'm out.
nah, but boy, do you know how pissed I would if that motherfucker showed up? Boy, oh man, my head is hurting right now.
If you hear a gong, we all got to check on B-Rob. B-Rob, you good?
I'm serious, man. My head is hurting at the thought of just thinking about it right now. Thank you for giving me a headache, Mitch.
He's only a call away, allegedly.
But as far as picks go, I don't have a specific person in mind, but I know for a fact that it's going to be somebody that already has something, tethered to somebody else, as far as storyline goes. It's going to lead to something. I don't think it's just going to be some random person just to make up something brand new to do something historic at WrestleMania. I doubt that, but it's going to be somebody that has something tied to either the champion or just the story that is being told. I mean, if that makes any sense. I know I'm rambling on, but I don't know, because we've came up with all these interesting theories, and I could see any one of those playing out except for The Rock.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really don't. All this COVID shit threw monkey wrenches in all my shit. So I don't have nothing right now. Maybe I have something at the end of the show.
All right, so now we're going to start the second circle round of who we think returns tonight, debuts. One thing, like I said, I'm still sticking with Aleister Black. I think he returns tonight.
I concur. I concur. So you can put me down for that as well.
All right.
I like Jay White.
Come back around. Let me think.
All right, who you got, Nick?
I'm stick to Sheamus.
No. So who we think returns? Like return.
Oh, who returned? Oh,
yeah.
I like Jay White, man. I like Jay White. I like Brock. Jay White is my favorite though. Like if he comes out, I'm pumping. I'm marking out, bro.
Marking out, bro.
Yeah. Marking out.
Damian Priest.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
nice.
That's a great one.
You
That's
know
a
what?
great one.
All that shit just blanked my mind right now. I forgot all about those damn guys down at NXT because they're gonna be pulling some double duty and shit.
Yeah, Karrion Kross, guys. Karrion Kross and Scarlett.
That would be good.
They need that entrance. They need that entrance.
Good. Yep.
They don't.
Scarlett to
that
come in that women's
Kyle's
rumble.
comment.
Yeah, they need Scarlett. That's what they need.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who you got, Brian?
I threw out Jay White. I would love to see that debut. My real wild card is Marty. I would love to see Marty debut.
I
for
love
WWE.
that, bro.
Yeah.
I'd be a huge fan from Marty if he was to show up. Brock is a safe bet. Cena's a safe bet. Aleister returning is a safe bet. Here's a name that a lot of people forgot about to make a return tonight.
Alicia
Andrade.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and
yes,
Seth Rollins.
for a minute.
And Seth, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hell, Seth is a dark horse to win the damn thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, 'cause
Him and Roman?
Yeah, but if he does, he can't come back as the Messiah. I need to hear "Burn It Down."
I actually like the Messiah again. I'm a fan. I like it.
Well, that could be an interesting story too. A clash of the two egos, the Messiah versus the head of the table.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that's too soon for Everrise to make a?
Yeah.
Who?
Everrise.
Who?
Hey, KO gave them a cameo on SmackDown, rocking the shirt. So wait, let me ask you guys something, because Rob at least knows I'm not like massive into New Japan. I'm one of them when Jericho's around or something like that. Slowly trying. Yeah, I'm one of them.
I just see Kyle's comment.
Yeah, look at this. Here you go, Conor McGregor.
Yo, Ronda, how much are they paying?
If you wait, the question is, wait.
Is Jay White big enough though to make like an AJ Styles debut? Like that everyone knows him, or is he an NXT guy?
I don't think so.
I think he's an NXT guy, but I feel like they could present him as the newest NXT signing.
Yeah.
And have Jay White in the Rumble.
Okay. Because I've watched this stuff since I heard he's freaking really good, but I just didn't know.
I don't know.
And then, so now we'll move on to the next one, unless anyone has any last things they want to. All right, so next, this one shouldn't take long. Women's tag team title match, Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler challenging Charlotte Flair and Asuka. I'm still sticking with Charlotte and Asuka winning. I think it all depends maybe where it's at in the match, but I'm still going to think they win. I think it's too soon to have them lose to start that long thing to Mania, but it could. This can definitely go either way because Lacey can maybe get involved and go that way too. But I'm going to stick with Charlotte and Asuka retaining.
Yeah, if you go Baszler and Nia, God. If you do that, that's fine. That's a top heel tag team for the women's. Legit because nobody likes them. Legit because Nia's terrible in all ways. But except for her genetics. How are you related to The Rock and be that horrible? Anyways.
Different side of the family.
Yeah. Clearly. Anyways.
I still
I'd like. Well, who's like a fresh, hot babyface women's tag team that could beat them at Mania? You know,
Riot Squad.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah, I don't care. Next.
All right, what you got, Vic?
I could see them retaining too. I could see him retaining. Like you said, it's a little quick to take him off of the title run now, heading into Mania. I want to see what that could lead. I mean, but maybe Lacey gets involved too. I like them retaining. I don't see them losing this early.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of jump on this real quick because I mean, we keep forgetting about Lacey, and I like Lacey's just her being in somewhat of a main event angle, and I believe she could at least come out and cost them the title, for them to lose.
That makes sense.
They can go that way. Asuka can just go do some other shit, She ain't really got to be involved with Charlotte whatsoever, and Lacey and Charlotte can just go do their own thing and whatnot.
You got to think if Lacey doesn't get involved in this, either one of them is going to eliminate each other from the Rumble. So Charlotte's going to.
Well, they in the Rumble?
Charlotte's announced for
Charlotte's
it.
in the
So
Rumble.
Charlotte's announced for it, and there's 17 women's spots that haven't been announced yet.
Okay, so I mean, either or. She either cost them the title or she cost them Charlotte the freaking Rumble win.
Which I'd rather have her cost her the Rumble win personally.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I like that.
Yeah. Who you got, Carl?
Well, here's the thing. Everybody's forgetting about Alexa still being tied up with Asuka. Is that story necessarily done yet?
Yeah, who knows?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. No.
Now,
everything.
Now, this is another thing. I don't know. Y'all stop me if it starts to go in a certain direction. Everybody talk about Asuka being this fearless, just undefeated monster or whatever in the women's division and whatnot, but she's scared of old tiny possessed Alexa Bliss. So, from my education through Japanese culture as it pertains to movies, what is the one thing that Japanese people are afraid of?
Godzilla.
Paranormal shit.
Oh, sorry.
And Godzilla.
Okay.
So this is right on brand for me. They playing up those stereotypes because every movie that you see that deals with a paranormal entity, Japanese people are scared the shit of that. And this is the most paranormal shit that you'll see on TV. So there you go. That's why Asuka is afraid of paranormal shit.
So
Stereotypes.
So I can see Charlotte and Asuka winning. I mean, retaining because Alexa.
Alexzilla. There you go, Alexzilla.
Damn.
Oh shoot! Chaos, I'm stealing that.
There you go.
That's funny.
All right, okay. What you got, Brian?
I think I'm in the minority here.
Just in time for the Godzilla King Kong movie.
See, cross promotion. But no, I'm in the minority on this one. I'm going with the new tag champs. I'm going with Shayna and Nia to come back and win those titles. Like pretty much, you guys described every reason for them to lose, with either Alexa interfering or Lacey interfering or Rick coming out. To me, those two don't need the belts. I felt like the belts were another way to, with all due respect, to pad Charlotte's stats.
Yes.
Yep.
I got to give the belts back to Nia and Shayna. I feel like they're going to have a women's tag match. And like you were talking about earlier, Rob, with the Riot Squad, Riot Squad probably takes the belts at Mania. Or if not, maybe the Iconics reunite during the Rumble and, you know what I'm saying? Go back, go try to go 2-0 and work on their streak. RVD, they're on their way since he has the longest streak right now.
That's definitely going to be a thing tonight. They're going to reunite tonight.
They have to reunite during the. They got to hit the pose one time. Hit the pose one time.
Even if it means one of eliminating the other immediately after, they still have to do that.
They got to hit the pose once. They got to hit the pose. The pop is going to be ridiculous through that crowd pump noise.
The simulated pop. Yes.
That would be
like WWE just pumping the whole crowd saying iconic. Boom.
That would definitely be iconically. And ironically, guys, I have to go. Rob, do you mind if I throw some cheap plugs out before I bounce out of here?
Yes. Plug your merchandise.
Yo, hey, it's cool to be on the show with all y'all. This has been a great time, Rob. Thank you very much. Y'all, I'm at Heartbreaker MV on everything: Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Venmo, my favorite. And y'all, I got a podcast. It's called Mitch Please. All right. YouTube.com/TheMitchValentine. We got wrestling. I'm a pro wrestler. I'm a stand-up comedian. And I just really hope everyone enjoys the Royal Rumble tonight. And it's all love.
All right.
You're the man.
Take it easy.
Thanks for showing up, bro.
Thanks for coming down.
Oops, wrong person.
So, all right, so we got that. So, Rob.
Oh, picks. I got enthralled and involved in everything y'all was saying. I don't know. They could easily retain and lose it on Raw the next night. So I put them down for retaining.
Okay, cool. Next, what we got? We'll do Carmella Carmella challenging Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title.
This is match number 2 for them, right?
I think it's going to be. Say again.
This match number 2 for them, right?
Yeah, so I think it's unanimous across the board. We can all obviously talk about it. I'm not saying it's not. Sasha's going to win.
Oh, absolutely.
But the stuff she's been doing with Reginald, that dude crazy. I know NXT just signed him.
Mm-hmm.
Be doing all.
Is he one of
this stuff off?
Is he one of the Walmart guys?
No, that's not him.
No, he used to work down in Atlanta. Jabari goes to a lot of those shows down there. Like I guess he was like a general manager or something down there.
Did they sign one of the Walmart guys?
No.
Oh
no, I know Joey Janela was trying to do trying to do something.
They do it.
Yeah, he did. They did some shit down in Jersey or whatever. They had a match down there. Yeah. They got another match coming up. They started a feud with another trios group or whatever. They actually professional wrestlers, and they're gonna fight them sometime soon. From what I saw,
opportunity is everywhere, gentlemen. Opportunity is everywhere.
As much as I'm in Walmart, I ain't never seen them motherfuckers wrestle.
So, do you guys have any thoughts or anything on this match you really want to get into, or we just know Sasha's just gonna win?
I think it's pretty entertaining, man. They should put up good work, and I think Sasha starts keeping up the routine of defending successfully on the first try.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God.
Or since this is WWE,
right?
Since she has broken the curse, she has made her first defense and successfully retained. She could probably drop it now.
Yeah, you're right. Facts.
Because we all want to see it.
I will say this: Carmella looks great. in what she's doing right now. I mean, not just how she looks, but she's finally learned how to play her character. And I think this character fits her really, really good. So props to Carmella. She's working it. Scarlett wants her outfit back, but overall, props to Carmella. She's definitely stepped her game up. But yeah, Sasha's definitely taking this.
Okay. Anyone else?
No.
All right, cool. Next, we got the last man standing match for the WWE Universal title. Roman Reigns defending against Kevin Owens. I know everyone keeps saying, like, oh, they're giving to us again and again. I think this is a great feud, personally. I'm very fond of it. But, you got to go with the Tribal Chief. I don't know if I sent Rob a photo. I actually won on a WWE auction a big autograph, like, photo of Roman Reigns, like, signed with the certificate of authenticity and everything.
Nice.
And it only cost me $170. I was going back and forth with this chick. So I gotta go with the Tribal Chief. He defends my home.
What you gonna do now?
I'm going with Roman, but this would be the perfect time to bring Jimmy back.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because you get rid of Jay and then Jimmy comes.
Mm-hmm.
But
He'd be like, wait a minute.
but
Did
then
he-
it starts a feud with Jimmy and Jay. Like, yo, this ain't you, Uso.
Brother versus brother. I like that.
Yeah, we haven't-
See, I
yeah,
was
we
thinking
haven't-
I was thinking we were eventually going to get the whole family got titles thing, like kind of what they did with the New Day. I thought it was going to be Roman with the title and then
That's
Jay
very
and Jimmy
routine.
with the titles.
I
Yeah,
can see that down the line.
they definitely that.
Yeah. Who you got, Brian?
And then Paul Heyman to get the Intercontinental title.
Okay.
All right.
From New York.
I've been saying this since the feud started. Kevin Owens was the perfect person to help solidify Roman's character. I've been saying that for a while now. I thought this was a great feud for him.
At the cost of himself.
Yeah, it's a cost of itself, but at the same time, it's giving Kevin Owens that main event push that a lot of fans have wanted from him. Because the guy, for anyone who's followed him prior to WWE, the guy's a main eventer. He's a fucking star. He's great at what he does. I'm going with Roman to win, but instead of Jimmy Uso joining in with Roman's crew, I feel like the storyline's already there with Apollo, and that Apollo's working his way into, the Tribal Chief's little family. So maybe Apollo gets involved and solidifies the spot there. To me, yeah, overall, it's going to be a fun match. I like Roman in matches where he actually gets to do things and like be violent and show that mean streak to him. And Kevin Owens is the perfect guy to play off this with because Kevin Owens is another guy who's really violent and does a lot of that violent stuff. But yeah, no, Roman's got this one in the bag. This is all Roman.
Word.
Okay, what you got, Vic?
Oh no, I fully agree with Ryan here, man. I'm the kid you talking about in the ROH days, following Kevin, man. He's a star, man. He's definitely main event material, and this match should be dope, man. I take all my money when you got Kevin Owens in the main event and stuff, but I see Roman Reigns winning. I love the Jimmy coming back theory here, but Roman Reigns. Yeah, Roman Reigns retaining is a safe bet here tonight.
Vic, really quick, you from New York, right?
Yeah, Jersey, New York area.
Jersey, New York area. I'm assuming you've gone to Hammerstein for ROH, right?
Oh yeah, man.
All right. I was there. You remember when Scum was the thing?
Nah, I don't go that back.
When it was all right, because it was Jimmy Jacobs, Steve Corino, and Kevin Steen at the time, and. They were at Hammerstein and they were trying to bring him back with the whole Jim Cornette thing when Cornette like kind of fired Kevin Steen. I will never forget being at Hammerstein when Kevin Owens shows up or Kevin Steen shows up and he's like, I'm Kevin Owens and, I'm an addict and all this violent shit. He shows up again later on in the night. He grabs the microphone in the middle of Hammerstein. He's like, I'm Kevin Steen and fuck Ring of Honor. And they threw him out the building, and the fans straight up crowd surfed him out the building like this. And Hammerstein just flipping off Cornette and the rest of the arena. Kevin Steen was a star that night. I will never forget that.
These are the men running the wrestling world today, gentlemen. And Kevin Owens is just that guy, and I can't wait for the world to see that. those are moments that the world needs to really, really experience. I wish they would have, but yeah, man, that guy needs to get that push ASAP.
Yep. What you got, Carl?
Yeah, no, I already said Roman retaining, but Jimmy coming back to.
Okay.
At least, well, he makes an attempt to screw Roman over, and then Jay gets in the way, and then that starts that feud.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see right after that.
yeah, you be like,
coming up.
handle this, Oos. Handle this.
And Apollo
you
coming
go.
up and actually helping Roman.
There's gonna be a lot of
you disrespect him. That means you're disrespecting the guy in catering. You're just disrespecting the guy in catering. That means you're disrespecting the guy who holds the curtain for you. You disrespect him. Now you're disrespecting me.
Did you just step on that roach, bro? Yo, don't be disrespecting. Yo, that roach was in the catering room. Nah, man, we're fighting. Fighting, bro.
Handle it.
Then, who you got, Rob?
Yeah, Roman. Shenanigans ensue.
Oh yes.
Yeah. All right, and then
that's what we here for.
Well, not main event, but last but not least, the match we're all, I think, going to be sweating watching.
Ooh.
WWE Champion Drew McIntyre defending against Goldberg for the title. What I would like to see.
I love that.
What I would like to see in this one, obviously Drew winning, but you know how Goldberg always obviously goes for the spear. When you go for the spear, you kind of got to go low. I want to see him go for a spear and McIntyre Claymore his ass.
Claymore.
I would love for the match to just start. He goes for a spear, Claymore, 1, 2, 3.
Poetic justice.
I'm with it.
Poetic justice.
Great booking.
Get us out of it. Start the night. Open the show. Like
yeah.
Open the show with the title and do that.
But this is coming from the guy Goldberg, who didn't want to lose to the Fiend because it would hurt his reputation.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of.
I don't know. See how you said open the show this way.
Mm-hmm.
If this opens the show, and Drew wins, I'm gonna be sweating that whole Rumble.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yes, he won. He won the Rumble.
Honestly, if it starts the show, I'm officially going to be nervous. Like you just said, Nick,
yeah.
I'm 100% with you because we all know it takes a long time for Goldberg to get his win back. So,
yeah, because you got to think,
it's going to be a long 2 minutes for him.
Well, you got to think one of those matches has to start the show because they're not going to start with the Rumble. They just won't. It's too much.
Maybe.
I think right away.
They might start with the ladies first.
See, I think women's is going to go second. I think you're going to have Drew or Roman start the show. Then you're going to have the women's. Then you're going to have all the other matches. Then you're going to have the thing. You're going to start the show kind of hot. But last year, they also started with Roman and Corbin in that Falls Count Anywhere. So maybe they do start with Roman and thing. Maybe they do start with Roman and KO. Because that's obviously going to be the longest match out of all the other non-Rumble matches.
Yeah.
I think
NBC and this new network moving, this $1 billion deal here has a lot of influence on this Goldberg match. And I'm scared that it has influence and might end up having him walk out with that.
Yeah, some old guy guys like I remember Goldberg.
That's the only fear that has me thinking that has me seeing Goldberg walking out of this with a fucking strap. But hope not.
Yeah, that makes sense. Somebody made that comment in the chat earlier. I can't find it right now, but it was like, just in time for that WrestleMania match on Peacock. You know.
Yeah.
Facts.
So who you got, Bri?
Man, this is the one that I'm sitting here. I'm just like, please don't give the belt to William. Please don't give the belt to William. Please don't give the belt to William. And I'm gonna equate this to what Bully Ray said on Busted Open this week. All right, Bully Ray says you look at Bill Goldberg and you look at a guy like me. Why is it that a guy who looks like me can go in the ring and do 25 minutes without a problem? You know what I'm saying? But for Bill Goldberg, a guy who looks like Bill Goldberg at his age, can't go in there and do 6 or 7 minutes. There's something wrong with that. especially if you're only coming back for a 1-shot or a 2-shot or a 3-shot show. You got to be in physical condition to come back and perform. Because if you're not coming back in the best condition to perform, remember, you're holding someone else's life in your hands. I always say 2021, we know how the cake's made, blah, 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 all that bullshit. If you're not coming back in the best condition to perform, what the fuck are you doing here? And I get that feeling every time with Goldberg. Why are you here? It's not me being sour grapes, and I'm not going to go with the whole Sting comparison because that's a whole different conversation. But if you're coming back, if you're not in the best physical condition to perform, what the fuck are we doing here? You're just back because you just want, what, another title run? Goldberg will be the champ on Vince's Peacock.
I'm innocent. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, speaking of peacocks, Dalton Castle in the Royal Rumble. No surprise.
Yes, please.
That could be another one right there. Yes. All right. But no, I'm sorry. Don't put the belt on William. Don't give him the title. I don't need this. I don't give a fuck about Peacock. I don't give a damn about your streaming service. I'm very happy I finally get to watch The Office for the same price as the WWE Network. All right? I never really got into the show, but now I get to watch it. Okay?
Shout out to Dwight.
But you know something? No. I'm sorry. No. I'm not a fan of people coming back out of nowhere and just saying, "Oh, I want the world title." Okay, I'm in the world title picture. No. Do it. Build up to it. No, William does not need the belt. Drew, please Claymore kick this man's head off of his shoulders. I want that shit to go out the field. I want to look like a home run flying out of Tropicana Field. All right, get this, finish William. I don't want no more William. No more William after this. Please, no more William.
Well, he signed. Well, all right. So I'll say a couple negative things. He signed a deal that he has 2 matches a year. I think up till 2023. So he ain't going nowhere.
Save it for bragging rights.
Yeah. No, but see, I agree though with that. And the reason I say that though is like Brock sometimes has quick matches, but he puts on great matches with like Balor, Styles, DB. He doesn't always just have quick matches.
All those are small people.
Yeah, even with Roman, when he fought Roman, all those other matches, he goes. Brock can go the distance in a way. With Goldberg, the reason I don't like it is if Goldberg wins, whether it's the Rumble or it's the title, you know that match at Mania for the world title is going to be short, and I kind of don't like that. Like, I get it, like in the Performance Center, Drew and Brock had to go short. That definitely would have went a little longer with a live crowd. That's what I just don't like about it. Like when we were at Mania, did Rollins kind of win quick against Brock? Like, yeah, but you know what I mean? But that's not always the case. Like when he had the 2 matches at Mania with Roman, those went long. You know, like Brock, even with Ambrose, like as much as no one really kind of cared for that match, that went a while. Like, so that's the only thing. Like, Goldberg, all right, well, here he is. He's WWE title, or he's fighting for the title. He's either going to win or lose in the next 5 minutes, and I just don't like that.
Nick, really quick, I want to jump onto what you're saying, right, about the whole Rollins and Lesnar thing. Question: during that matchup, did you ever feel like Brock was gassed?
No.
Or Brock wasn't giving his all?
No.
And that's the difference. It's like I get what you're saying with the whole like short match thing, right? But you can have a short match and make it phenomenal, make everything feel good, make everything look good. Like hell, I'll even go back to the Brock Goldberg match.
Brock and Goldberg.
At Mania.
It was good.
Mania, yeah.
Because they beat the living shit out of each other, and it was quick. But it didn't look like Goldberg wasn't ready for the match. Like Brock can go 5 minutes with anybody and make it look like the most violent thing out there. With Goldberg, it's just like, all right, he's slow, he's plodding, he's gassed, he's winded. Like it doesn't.
And he hurts himself.
Thank you. That was the other thing I was gonna say. Goldberg hurts himself. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a William guy. I'm all set with this dude. I don't need to see Bill Goldberg.
And to
I look at Goldberg how Rob looks at Taker.
Yeah, to address this comment real quick. I have not fully turned on Matt Hardy, but I will say currently, right now, as they sit on Impact in AEW, I like Big Money Matt.
Yes.
1, because he ain't fucking wrestling. 2, he's cutting some phenomenal promos in that character. So I will give it to Matt on that aspect. But if that bitch get back in the ring, it's all out. I ain't. Fuck that.
He was born bow-legged, Rob. So let's let him be.
Yeah.
I feel about Goldberg how Rob feels about Undertaker.
Boy, you don't feel like I do.
No, I
You don't feel like I do.
I promise you I do.
You just, I'm dead ass. Yeah, not. I had to bring up the New York chick. I'm dead ass, B. Like damn, you
Dead
uttered
ass,
that.
bro.
It started hurting right here.
So what you got, Vic?
In regards to the
Goldberg.
main event,
Goldberg.
Goldberg. Yeah, I'm pulling for Drew. The one thing that scares me is NBC, but I'm pulling for Drew. Let's see Drew walk out of here with that strap.
All right, Carl.
You know, I often say I pray for the best, but anticipate the worst.
Good, smart
Yep.
man. Smart man.
So I'm just in mixed emotions. I'm all over the place with this.
Stressful, huh?
Hey, Drew,
Don't you say it, Carl. Don't you say it, Carl.
I'm pulling for Drew because I want the business to go forward, but
Yes.
I would not be surprised if they give it to old Bill.
William. Call him William.
From
What you
henceforth,
got?
he will be referenced as William.
What you got, Rob?
I want to say Drew because I feel like even though that they made this deal with Peacock and everything, I think Drew would be a good head for that or whatever. Case in point, I know they do local press for towns when they do major events. When they came here for the Rumble that Drew won, they had Drew McIntyre on the local news, and they had his whole story on there, and it was just like they made him seem like a big deal. Yeah. Just here locally or whatnot. Now I haven't recalled or been told by anybody that's seen these big events in their local town of anybody being talked up like that on their local news network. I mean, y'all can kind of speak to that if you've seen it, but I have never heard or seen anything like that ever. And for them to do something like that with Drew McIntyre leads me to believe that, you know, they have some kind of trust and confidence in this dude. But on the other hand, you got this, they're trying to get these casuals, hence you get WWE absorbed into a freaking network which has buku casual fans, you know. So
Ain't about us no more.
Yeah, for the price of $9.99, you can just slide the WWE network to the side, get all that WWE content plus some other shit that you've never seen before. Fuck The Office.
Damn, Rob.
I've never seen The Office, so I give
I never watched The Office either.
Oh, you gonna love
I
it.
know
Y'all gonna
enough
love it.
about
Y'all gonna love it.
Look,
Trust me.
I know enough.
Yeah.
I love it.
I know enough about The Office. I know enough about The Office from
Give it a chance. Give it a
memes
chance.
and
No, you
little
don't.
clips to be like,
Give it a
I'm
chance.
good.
Listen,
I
you
still
guys
came
have
in and did
watched,
a better
you
job.
guys have
So there you go.
survived enough Raw episodes. You will love The Office. Trust me.
And I will say this: out of everybody on that show, you will relate to Stanley the most.
Yes, you will.
Okay.
I just want to
so
see
for
Dwight.
couple-
I always say Dwight's like the funniest
Like,
one.
Dwight.
yo, he starts.
So I'll
give
tell you
him
this.
time though. Grow, let him grow on you. Let him grow on you. I would start like that.
Yeah. So season,
Let
I'll
him-
tell you this right now. Season one, season one's only like 5 or 6 episodes, and it's slow. They have some funny shit, but you have to get through season one. I had to watch The Office like 4 times past season one before I can get into it. But what was I gonna say? So a couple positives though, looking in Drew's favor. I think they look, Vince especially, obviously, he makes fun. I think Vince looks at Drew as a way bigger star than The Fiend. So that could have a big piece into it. Then when Stephanie McMahon tweeted like last week or the week before about the Peacock deal, on the little Twitter thing that you click on to go read the article, it was Drew McIntyre holding up the title. So I see positives in that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean,
That's good.
Even in body type alone, him and Goldberg shit is similar. It's just like you can Photoshop the head off of Goldberg and put it on Drew, and you put Drew's on Goldberg. It looked like the same motherfucker.
And the thing is, like, I hated Goldberg beating the Fiend, but someone eventually had to beat the Fiend. Goldberg's a superhero, does everything for the kids, blah blah blah. So like, and fucked up way and made sense for him to win. You know what I mean? And to get the big match with Roman. Like, it's just the thing is, if Goldberg doesn't win this or the Rumble, you know he's fighting at Mania. And they've been screaming they want 2 main events for each night. Who's that man fighting? It's confirmed Cena's fighting at Mania. It's like everywhere. So it's like I'm spoiling anything. It's everywhere.
Get him with Cena. Let him duke it out.
I'd be cool. I'd be cool with that kind of WCW, WWE kind of thing.
And Cena's entrance is just
Why not?
And Cena's entrance for WrestleMania, whatever, he just teleports in the ring just straight off the freaking the Fiend shit from the last. Just like, what the fuck happened? I got a match? Oh shit!
Who cares at this point?
Well, here's the scary thing when it comes to the whole Peacock deal, right? Like, you got to remember, people who are like subscribers to Peacock, there's already 22 million subscribers to Peacock.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And now you're gonna bring over the WWE fans or whatever. Like, it's gonna be the most available WrestleMania in history. Yeah, like when you think about it, because 22 million homes already have access to Peacock. So you throw WWE on there, and we're talking about the casuals, and it's already been said that WWE is looking at bringing a lot of legends back for this WrestleMania. So like, there's already been talks about Austin. There's already been talks about Shawn Michaels appearing. There's already been talks about Goldberg and Brock most likely coming back. Like, they're gonna focus a lot on the casuals. Like, I feel like as like the diehard wrestling fans, we're either gonna be extremely disappointed in how WrestleMania is booked, or we're going to be very excited with, throwbacks sprinkled out here and there. You know what I'm saying? Well, now tonight's going to be the bar on how WrestleMania is going to look.
And they already advertised that Fastlane in March is going to be on Peacock too.
Yeah, it's going to be like their debut pay-per-view.
Yeah,
first pay-per-view.
Instead of like when the network debuted, their first pay-per-view was Mania.
Yeah. See, now, and that makes a lot of sense to me, but it's just like, dude, I believe this is why they announced the other 2 Manias so far ahead of an event. Because like this first one is just gonna be like, all right, here's all this shit because Peacock here, just take all this shit now.
It's the beta. It's the beta main.
Yeah, just bait everybody in right here real quick, get everybody in here, and then the other 2 they'll just go back to business as normal. Because everybody be indoctrinated, they'll know what they're here for, and it'll just go on as normal from there on. What I like about it is it's only a 5-year deal. So after 5 years, I don't know what the terms will be, if they'll stay with Peacock, but they'll probably just go back to having their regular WWE app, because the WWE app is not going away in the other foreign countries or whatever. It's just
it's only in America.
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 I was gonna say that.
Rocky 5.
Yeah.
Did I host somewhat disappear? He had to go take a shit.
Maybe.
Oh no, I'm here. I'm moving some shit around. I forgot I had to do.
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Taking a go.
Shit around.
Yeah. Just moving some out.
Oh shit! I'm pretty sure I've shit on this podcast before, so I would.
Yes, this is true.
Right. You got something worse. You got a co-host who farts on the show.
Yeah, I
You
do.
got somebody who shits on the show.
Valid point.
It's just a shit show.
I shitting on this podcast, but not on. I've never talked shit about the podcast.
I'm sticking with Drew, but if Goldberg wins, remember, we still
surprise, motherfucker.
We got the cash in. We got the briefcase floating around there somewhere. In any instance or whatever, we still got the briefcase floating on either side of the titles. So
that would be probably the saving grace to that match if Goldberg was to win.
Mm-hmm.
Literally saving grace.
If Goldberg wins,
let's all go with Miz. How about that? Let's just all pick Miz tonight.
Yeah.
What if they wait? Well, what if they did like some? What if they had Miz cash in to make it a triple threat and lose, and Drew beats Miz, and then no, I'm already getting pissed because then Goldberg wins the Rumble and challenges Drew again because he never lost.
You seem like you've been through this before.
I literally got like blood boiling angry as I was.
Hey man, now you see how I feel.
I think they should just nope, you can't. Goldberg, no.
Yeah, when it comes to this match, this Royal Rumble is scary.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been like there's only been one time in my life where I've ever been like a sports oh my God, I'm stressed drinker, and it's when the Patriots whooped the Falcons' ass in the Super Bowl in the end. Tonight might be
right.
You mean when the Falcons whipped their own ass?
Yes.
Tonight could be number 2 for some weird reason.
Oh man.
I'm kicking my own ass.
Some people are too young for that.
Classic.
I might be too young for that.
Scary.
All right.
So Eddie, that's the card, but I guess what else do we think might happen tonight that maybe we didn't talk about? Maybe I guess a little quick thing we can talk about if we have time. The Rumble's always a good starting point to set up other matches. Like in 03, that set up Jericho and Shawn Michaels, and in 04, Kane and Undertaker again. Do we see any of the feuds that we know will go into Mania start tonight? And do we think the men's Rumble match will main event? Do we think it could be for some reason Drew and Goldberg actually main event? They've done it before where the title matches when it's a big star, like when Rock beat Punk for the title, that was the main event. Do they look at Goldberg like The Rock, where they might? Now, granted, I think that was a little different because they were setting up for Cena and Rock, but still, could tonight be another night where
that match pissed me off because he won the damn thing with the people's elbow. He pissed me off so bad.
Second worst finishing move of all time.
They were kind of doomed that night with that booking, because if you had The Rock win the title earlier,
Wait a minute, what's the first worst?
It has to be a leg drop.
The spear?
Oh, okay.
Spear's horrible.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with the caterpillar.
Okay, first off, you need coordination for the caterpillar, right?
Like the worm.
I hate Otis. I'm over it.
What? You hate Otis?
I'm over it, man.
What?
I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I think Otis's role at WrestleMania will be determined in the Rumble.
No? Okay. Very well.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they're high on him, man. They're pretty high on Otis.
Could we see a returning Jason Jordan?
Oh, I'd hope so. For his, for his sake.
I would love to see him.
If he comes back and it's never just American Alpha again, they fucked up. And he's not Kurt Angle's son, damn it.
They never paid that off.
You sure?
They never paid that off.
Kurt lost chocolate.
Man. I'm still mad that Mr. Kennedy was in Vince's son.
Yes.
Yes, it's still real to us, then.
But the thing is, the way they're going, Riddle's probably going to beat Lashley for that title.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
You know how it is. They kept burying him and Hurt Business, beating him. He's going to beat him when they fight for the title. He won. He won the gauntlet to qualify for it.
This run should definitely help Lashley get closer to Brock Lashley, man.
Yeah.
More than anything. I think that's the match everybody wants to see, man. Like, everybody wants this fight already. And that's the reason why he came in the first place. He wanted it too. I don't know what they waited for, how they missed the boat on this, but they also missed Hogan and Flair, right? So
yeah. Do you think
these guys are notorious for these things, but
do you think superstars can get shit in their contract? Like, if they're a big enough name, like when Edge came back, obviously he could have gotten anything he wanted because AEW threw money at him. So WWE
I think once the name
could Edge been like, I'll come back, but part of my contract is I'm gonna have a match with AJ Styles. Like, that's gonna happen in this 3 or 5 years. I will have this match. Like, do you think they have leverage like that?
Yeah, I think I think if you're a big enough name, look at Brock's situation. Like, people used to shit on Brock all the time for the contract that he had, but it's like, if you got paid $5 million to show up 10 times somewhere and fight 3 times or 4 times a year, are you not going to take it?
Yeah,
he had him hostage, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Nick.
Do you think that match might have been mentioned to Brock? No one's ever thought about it, and Brock just being like, no.
Nah. Yeah, he probably nixed it. It's probably him. It could be him.
It had to have been, man. He's been around 3 years now.
He only works with who he respects and who he wants to work with at the end of the day, and they can only feed him who he wants, right? So
yeah.
But do you think he really respected Ambrose?
I don't know.
Honestly.
I mean, who knows? From what the records seem, I guess I'm gonna assume everybody he has worked with is somebody that he either A, agreed to, right, or B, he probably pushed the envelope to have happen, maybe, or wanted to happen.
Except for Strowman, he didn't like working with Strowman.
Yeah,
Nah.
Strowman.
Yeah, they had that whole thing. Was it the
That
Rumble
Rumble.
match?
Yeah, it was
Or-
the Rumble. Yeah, Rumble
yeah.
in 18 where Strowman hit him with a knee.
For real? Yeah.
And then Lesnar.
Boy,
Lesnar-
Brock
Lesnar-
Gave him
Brock
that
caught that
receipt
man right
real
back.
quick.
Yeah, Brock caught him with that right, and Strowman like whoa. I don't care. I still say it till this day. Lesnar's probably one of the baddest dudes on planet Earth.
Agreed.
Yeah, because
And you won't change my mind.
when it initially started that whole thing, is damn, you know, he came in hot and he hit him with that knee in the face. And then he
Lesnar was
also wasn't selling his clotheslines or whatever. He had to make him go down.
Yeah. It
Mhm.
took him a while to go down with those. I just saw that
And then
one
he
recently.
was like, hip.
I'll never forget the look on Braun's face. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
Like,
Better come correct
that's
with
what it
that,
looked
man.
even if you go back and when he hit him with the knee or whatever, like
Yeah.
he was just like, oh shit.
Yeah, but Brock ate that knee too, though.
He didn't want to, but he's like,
See, and like everyone shits on Brock, but it's like you see it in the Mania thing, the 24. Like, if Brock really didn't give a shit, why was he so mad at that main event with Roman that when he came back, he threw the title at Vince? Like, you can tell the dude cares when he's there.
Oh yeah.
He might not be.
yeah,
He might not be
absolutely.
He might not be that locker room leader that, come on, guys, let me teach you something. But then I also read another thing. Like, I think they were somewhere and it was snowing, and like Brock bought out like the whole bar for everyone. Like, he doesn't seem like he's like a huge prick. He's been very vocal, like, yo, I just don't like talking to people. Like, I don't think there's
Right.
anything wrong with Brock does.
Yeah, I think
Like,
his best work was
backstage.
probably with Daniel Bryan and Finn this past year or so.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when he gets in there, man. That Rumble match he had was amazing. Like, he was in there from number one, worked everybody.
16, yeah.
16,
Yeah.
yo, it was good. He can work.
He served his purpose. And this
It
came
could- it could-
and funny, Brian. This came up on my memories, and Vic, my podcast partner, Vic, was complaining. He's like, "Oh, Vic, fuck this Royal Rumble and all that." But I'm like, listen, Brock did his thing, but I was like, did you pop when Drew came out? Yes. Did you pop when he eliminated Brock? Yes. Did you get invested in Drew? Yes. Did you pop when Drew won the Rumble? Yes. Are you invested in Brock versus Drew? Yes. Mission accomplished.
Yeah. So got
And the
honest
way
truth.
that and the way that match was going, Brock could have won it, and I wouldn't have cared.
And here's
Right.
here's the thing about Brock Lesnar, right? That like, and this is to me, I feel like this is the newer fans that shit on Brock more than some of the older fans. I mean, a lot of people are shitting on Brock because he's not there all the time.
he's
blah, blah,
taking
blah.
our jobs.
Yeah, but no. But Brock Lesnar is a phenomenal pro wrestler. Like, when we talk about like greats in the business, there is a reason why Brock Lesnar is there. Because if you go back and watch his first run with this company, he worked with anybody and everybody and made everybody look good.
Yes.
The guy in the ring can go. He gets paid now to work a lighter schedule because he earned that. Because he was so damn good in his first run that him coming back was just like riding a bicycle all over again. You never forget. He got right back in the ring, and him leaving and going exploring, New Japan, and him going to the UFC or whatever, it solidified his gimmick and his character that he is a beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, he went to the quote unquote real world of fighting and was dominant there for the time that he was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. How many MMA fighters can say, in my debut fight, I knocked out so-and-so, or I beat Randy the Natural Couture, or, I tapped out the Frank Mir by accident and then came back and whooped the living shit out of him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
Those guys are legends in that sport, and he ran through these dudes. You know what I'm saying? And I still say this. If it wasn't for diverticulitis, him versus Cain Velasquez, I think he probably would have beat Cain.
Huh.
But,
Yep.
his gut was soft. We all knew that. So,
Soft.
I think people forget just how great Brock's first run was. Like,
That's
that
what
was
I'm
Hall of
saying.
Fame, that was Hall of Fame worthy. They're like, yo, he made Eddie
You mean
Guerrero.
Hall of
win.
Fame because he had a sombrero on. He
That's
was
what Eddie
dancing.
Guerrero is my
first off, that is one of the
favorite
greatest skits of all time, Rob. I love that.
Yo, Brock's entertaining. Even that Brock party shit when he was coming out with the
The
stereo, like,
boombox
that
is
was dope.
fucking
That
hysterical,
was
yo.
dope. That's why I
Fucking
said
hysterical.
if they did Brock versus Roman, and for some reason Heyman stayed with Roman, I think that'd be great. Brock was good on the mic.
Yeah.
Even when he talks on the mic now, like when he wasn't supposed to, when they did Hulk Hogan's party before he fought Cena, just a little party's over, Grandpa. Like that was great.
Yeah.
That was great. Or when he F5'd R-Truth, which obviously all that was scheduled, but he grabbed the mic and said, "Now that's what's up." Like Brock can go on the mic, or the little things like where they were doing the 4-way with Joe and all that, and he was like, "Yeah, truth is, I beat your ass last night," and then they go like, "Yo, Brock's entertaining. Like, yo, Brock could win tonight. I wouldn't be mad."
That
give a shit
4-way
about
was
who he
gold,
is.
yo.
Yo,
That 4-way
that
at
was sick.
SummerSlam was gold.
Yes.
Or even that stupid pay-per-view, Great Balls of Fire. He like made Joe. He let Joe like
Yo.
He let Joe beat like the piss out of him. Joe
I will
was
say
a
this.
legitimate badass.
I
If
miss
you go
Joe. We
back
need
and-
Joe tonight.
Great Balls of Fire was a good pay-per-view.
Great Balls of Fire was a great pay-per-view.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
funny thing. We all made fun of the name. We all thought it was stupid. But top to bottom, that was the
Money.
pay-per-view of the year that year. That
Money,
pay-per-view was
yo.
awesome.
Yeah, that was dope. Like that was great.
We
Now,
need
one
some
thing I
Joe
wanted to
tonight,
ask-
man. I want to see some
Yeah,
Joe
we
in that Rumble.
I would love for Joe to
Yeah.
come back in the Rumble,
Oh
man.
man,
I think. Oh yeah.
I don't know who I told this, but you know how Joe coming back, right? He
Oh,
gonna be doing commentary. He gonna pull a Michael Cole. He gonna take his time.
oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Please
Yeah,
do
but
that.
do
All right,
work.
so- all right,
Don't
so-
do-
all right,
don't
so-
Michael Cole the shit now.
No, so
Like,
so would
come
you
out with
rather-
Karma's coming out and shit.
So would you rather Joe come in the Rumble tonight like that, or just how they like combine commentary teams? Like, oh, some from Raw, from some SmackDown. So he's just not one they pick.
No, I
And
want
then he
I
comes
want
out-
Joe at the table. I want Joe at the
Okay.
table because the mood, to quote the great Taz, the mood is about to change. Because every time a commentator comes up and they're in the Rumble, they get eliminated just like that. Shout out to Booker T.
and
Shout
the
out to
best part
Jerry
is,
King
though-
Lawler.
yep,
Shout out
yep.
to Michael Cole. Fuck that. I want
Yeah.
Joe to get up from that table, start taking shit off, have his gear underneath it, and just go in the ring and start chucking motherfuckers.
Choking
And
people
the best,
out, yo.
and the best
Choking
part about
bitches
it
out.
is,
I
the
want a
best part
muscle
about it
buster,
is-
goddammit.
Yes.
Muscle buster.
and the best part about it
Shout out
is
to Tyson
since there's no fans, you'll have no idea if Joe has his gear on. Like
That's
with
what
those
I'm
other
saying.
ones,
Right,
you
right,
knew
right,
that-
right.
you knew the King had his shit on or whatever. Joe could be sitting there in a shirt and tie with a jacket with those shorts he wears on, and you ain't gonna see it.
right.
You know what I mean?
Just,
Like I don't
Joe
know.
just start stripping.
And
And
then all
then
you
I'll
hear,
be-
dun, 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 dun. Get the fuck up.
But no, I
And
mean,
I'll
think
be-
of it like
I'll be
this, right?
honest.
Think of it like this, right? The Rumble's going on. All of a sudden, you hear Joe's music hit, and then the entire Rumble just stops and just looks over to Joe, and Joe gets up like,
Gets up.
all right, motherfuckers, it's been a while. Like, that could be a Rumble moment right there.
Yeah, and I'll say everyone has chance when they come to the ring, like yes or you suck. The only one I do from home, I don't care if I'm alone, I always go, Joe.
Me
Joe.
too.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
bet your ass, if he comes
Yeah.
out tonight, I'll be sitting there going, Joe. Like, I'll never forget at Mania when he fought Mysterio, then that like 2-minute match, 80,000 people were screaming Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
We
real?
got that. So I want to transition to something. So
Joe
how do you
T.
guys feel about Undertaker's comments he made on the Joe? If you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast about him
No.
saying like things were off.
Chaos,
So long
that's great.
story, all right. Well, long story short, if you didn't know, he went on Joe Rogan's podcast and he said some shit that I think even Vince McMahon wouldn't like, which is kind of surprising. He was pretty much saying like, I'm trying to sum it up, like the product was soft, like everyone sits there and wants to look pretty now and plays video games backstage, but when he was a badass back in the day, everyone had like guns and knives, which I think that's weird just to say in general. But who listened to it here? Did any of you listen to it or just me?
I heard the comments. I didn't listen
Yeah,
to the podcast.
I heard I read it on Twitter. Yeah.
All
So
it
I
is
guess how do you-
it's just a different time.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and that's what I was going to compare it to. Like Rob can, and I obviously it's a little different, but like in the military,
Yeah.
like everyone always says, that's old Marine Corps. That's old Marine Corps. You know what I mean? Like when Rob first joined, he was probably getting like punched in the mouth, and if I did some shit like that now, like I'd get kicked out.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things. Like you know what I mean? Like
That's
times
the same
change.
thing That's the same thing I was telling Vic and them when I was on their show, man. It's just like it's just a different time. It's just an old bastard saying shit about old shit.
Back in my day,
Back in my day. He used to
But
snort
it's-
coke off of Hicker's butthole.
funny
My
'cause,
day,
like-
I did 2 fucking 8 balls, drank a bottle of Jack, went out there and wrestled for 45 minutes.
Called it a
I
sad
wonder-
day.
Yeah.
He definitely
Now you have
lost-
wrestlers
he-
dying at 40 and 50 years old.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely lost some respect for some young talent. I'll say that for sure. There's a
I'll
lot of
say
them
this.
tweeting.
I'll say this when it comes to that comment, right? Yeah, like Rob said, it's a bitter old man. It's like, and he has nothing to be bitter about. It's just his
Yeah.
opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like I say this all the time when it comes to like wrestling and podcasts and stuff. It's like people always say, why do we listen to people who've never been in the ring or other shit? It's because we're entertaining. We're here to entertain you. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what you do in your personal life. If you're sitting back there playing video games for like 20 minutes or whatever before your match, then you go out there and tear the roof off the place and then come back and, start where you paused at. I don't give a shit. I don't give a damn if you're doing cocaine and hookers, yo, like fucking New Jack.
Yeah.
Shout out to New Jack. He's coming to Rhode Island in a couple months. But you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like your personal life does not matter to me. If you go out there and you can entertain, I don't give a damn if you're doing coke. I don't give a damn if you're creating a fucking person on Cyberpunk 2020 with a huge penis or not. Like, to me, I don't give a shit. As long as you come out there and entertain me, that's all I care about. Because I'll tell you right now, there are a lot of guys in the back who are sitting there playing video games that could probably fuck up some of the old school vets who think they're tough as shit. You know what I'm saying? I would love for somebody to walk up to Matt Riddle and say, oh, you're playing video games? You're a pussy. Yeah, watch what happens when Matt Riddle lights you up. Or say something to Shelton Benjamin, who's the VGOG. You know what I'm saying? On Up, Up, Down, Down. Let someone say something to him like that. You know what I mean? Like, because people who know the business, like behind the scene of the business, know Shelton Benjamin will probably fuck up 90% of the roster.
Yeah, just like when Conor McGregor made those comments, like there are some badasses on that.
There's
roster.
some legit guys back there. Like we never talked about how Santino Marella, even though his gimmick was goofy as shit, was a legit shooter. Nobody talks about Bobby Lashley. You know what I'm saying? Another guy who I would love someone to say some shit to. Say that to Brock Lesnar nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Brock Lesnar would run through most of the dudes from back in the day. You know what I mean? Hell, Daniel Bryan. People look at Daniel Bryan as this frail little guy, but when a motherfucker tried to rob his house, he beat the living shit out the dude and held him there until the cop showed up. You know what I'm saying? It's
but even like dudes like Dolph Ziggler. Dolph
Ziggler's one of the most legit guys the company got, and people shit on him all the time. They're like, oh, he's just eating out. Well, fuck the L's. Say it to him in real life. You know what I'm saying?
But
look how quick he'll twist you up in the press.
Say it to my face.
Underrated theme song.
Mm-hmm.
Even like Roman Reigns, like I wouldn't fuck around with Roman Reigns.
Yeah, no. So it's 2021. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're grown men. Hell, look at us. Me, B Rob, and Carl. We're Call of Duty heads. Well, me and B Rob are. You know what I'm saying? Rob's just there.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? We're grown men
actually
who play video games. It's because it's what we like to do. I'm not going out and doing cocaine. I'm not going out and starting fights. I'm not cheating on my girl. I'm not doing anything stupid. I want to sit at home, relax, and play some video games.
Anymore.
Yeah. I'm past all that. That shit was in the 20s.
Yeah, but then like everyone's saying, it goes back to health. It goes back to health. Like, yo, these dudes are gonna last a lot
longer than most of you.
Oh yeah,
a lot longer.
Hell, a lot longer.
And they need
work smarter, not harder.
Push.
Facts.
And they need to push Ricochet.
I'm with that.
Out the door.
No.
He's almost out the door, man. Yeah, man. Don't give him what he needs and stuff. He's gonna show up on a different show on a different day.
Do you guys think he's championship material? I think so.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Easily championship material. Well, unfortunately for him, he's not booked in that direction.
Yeah. I don't get
because we got all these old motherfuckers still sticking around.
We're busy with Goldberg first. Let's finish Goldberg and then we could talk about Ricochet later.
All right, here we go. I got a dark horse winner for you guys. For the men's rumble.
If you're reading my mind, I'll be mad.
What if they give it to Ali?
Oh, that's nice.
Ooh, never mind. I was thinking
he's been very vocal.
Shit about Big E.
Yeah,
I see this. Think of it like this, right? What was Ali supposed to be doing a year or so ago?
Yeah.
Kofi Mania wasn't supposed to happen, ladies and gentlemen.
Wasn't.
So was it really supposed to be Ali and DD?
It was supposed to be Ali. It was supposed to be Ali. So
I'm happier with Kofi Mania.
What if they pull the trigger and give it to Ali? I actually would be okay with that. I'd be very okay with that because I would look. Yeah. I've been saying this for a while when it comes to Mustafa Ali and Retribution. They are the most fumbled group I've ever seen in WWE. Fumbled from the jump. Like you have the idea, you have the gimmick, you have the look. It's you don't debut a group and have them eat L's left and right.
Mm-hmm. Everything went wrong for them, yo. Everything went wrong for them.
Everything went wrong.
They had so much bad luck.
Executed.
Yeah. And I'll say this
thing too. Oh my God.
And here's the deal, right? I don't know if you guys ever saw this, but did you guys ever see the promo he cut on Main Event on Miz TV?
Yeah.
Retribution, where he gave them the mic and said, "Here." It's like, why isn't this on Raw? Like, why? And even the thing with Talking Smack a couple weeks ago, why isn't this on Raw? Why are we not utilizing this dude's talent the way he should be utilized? So if it's hey, who knows? Maybe
I like Ali that dark horse pick. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
So do you think do you know how they have Talking Smack, Raw Talk, and then what the stars put on Twitter or Main Event? Do you think it's one of them things where they're yo, we know this guy can talk like Ali, or even Ricochet, he got that good promo on Twitter. Do you think it's hey, when you go on Talking Smack, you can literally say what the fuck you want once it's good?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like Talking Smack is Talking Smack and Raw Talk are the two of the best shows that WWE does not promote enough. Like they do that little clip. Oh, tune in after the show for Talking Smack. And if you watch it, you're never bored. It's so Paul Heyman has been dropping jewels on that show.
Him and Owens have been good on that.
He has been phenomenal on building story. Like he sold me on Cesaro versus Roman, and I'm just like, yeah, that would be box office. That would be a great match. Or Nakamura, or building up Big E going on this big singles push, or talking to Apollo Crews, or giving the dub, or giving the nod to Bianca Belair. He's doing so much for these talents that aren't even being utilized. And when they're getting the Paul Heyman's touch, they're getting moved up.
What about Big E shitting on the part-timers on Busted Open?
Good.
I think that was good. He's like, oh shit, we can't get Goldberg for WrestleMania. All right, Big E, it's your time. That's pretty much what he said, and I was like, yo, I feel that's so true.
See, there you go. There you go. Big E winning the Rumble.
Yeah, none of us said that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
As much as all five, to probably include Mitch, even though he left, would be so happy about that.
Yeah. So there you go. We gonna get the prophecy fulfilled of big meaty men slapping meat. Goldberg will win the title match. Big E win the Rumble. WrestleMania, book it.
Let's do it.
Big E could win tonight, even though when's the last time someone who had a belt won a Rumble? Big E could win, and part of that being is Apollo, since he's aligning with them, beat him for the IC title on the way to Mania.
See, if Big E wins the Rumble, I want him to pull an Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
2 belts. Do it.
Title for title, yeah.
You think they would do that though? I would love it, but do you think they would do it?
Would they do it? No.
Yeah, because
they do it. Why not?
Yeah,
Triple H would do it. Triple H would do it.
All right, I got a question really quick. Since we talked about who we want to win the Rumble, who do you not want to win the Royal Rumble?
Goldberg.
All right. So I won't say Goldberg. I think we can all say Goldberg. But besides Goldberg,
Charlotte,
Sheamus.
Who
do I not want to?
I'm thinking people who are favorited besides Goldberg, who Sheamus.
Okay. Mr. Bird, you're thinking hard over there.
Who do I not want to win the Rumble?
Hey, guys, there's only one right answer for this. It's Baron Corbin.
Said it.
Baron
Corbin. I concur.
It's the only right answer.
You don't like it? I'm a fan of King Corbin.
Oh yeah.
All hail the king.
Corbin.
Yes. All hail the king.
Man, I don't like.
But you know what pisses me off about?
There you go.
It is.
No Goldberg, no Charlotte, right here.
You know what's crazy though about Corbin? On a serious note, he's got the look, he's got the tat. I love his moveset. I love the Deep Six. I love End of Days. With the music he had before his King, the one that he has now that's combined, that's a dope ass song.
Yes.
He's got everything. He's a great heel.
His last team is dope.
Yeah. He's got so much, and it's I feel even his Yeah.
He's working though. It's working. Everybody hates him. It works.
This is my thing with Goldberg, right? And it does. I mean, I'm sorry, not Goldberg, with Corbin, right? And it goes for, and I'm going to put these 3 guys in this group for a reason. Corbin, Jay White, and Damian Priest. Y'all all got the look. Y'all all got the in-ring ability. Y'all all got the theme. You guys got everything working for you, except for the fact that for some reason, y'all are just boring to me. I don't get it. Like there's something about all 3 of them. It's like
put them in a stable.
Like for real. Like they will be the dullest group ever if you put those 3 guys together. I don't know what it is. Like I said, everything else about them cool. Like Corbin, love the theme music. Jay White, love the switchblade gimmick, love the pants, love the outfit, love the cool, all that shit. Like I'm with it all, but there's just something. It's like that Jerry curl, like Carl's doing it. Your curl just don't curl just right. Like that's what it is with them 3. I don't get it. And Priest is the worst out of all of them. Like he tries so hard to act cool, but it's like, dude,
try. I can see him try. His matches have been putting in work with Gargano. I've enjoyed his Gargano matches, but even that got redundant after a while.
That's what I mean. It's like he's not. All 3 of them are not bad.
Yo, shout out to the Cardinals.
But that's the thing, right? It's like you're not bad. You're not a bad worker. You're not bad at what you do. You're just not entertaining. I don't get it. I really don't. But those 3 dudes, man, there's something. There's not enough sugar in the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how to put it. Yeah, that's the best way I can say.
Do we think WWE? Because think about it. We could sit here for hours and talk about NXT bus. Keith Lee, for now, Aleister Black, Andrade, keep on going forever.
Those aren't even the bust.
Yeah.
Those aren't even the bust.
Do you honestly think, like, be realistic, there's a chance they fuck up Karrion Kross?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to be so scared of that.
I'm so scared of that. Keep him in NXT as long as you can.
All right, Nick.
He's the...
That's the thing, though, about that. You have the crux of leaving somebody at NXT way too fucking long, and then they just turn into like
Johnny
Gargano.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. Here's your explanation to your answer using another explanation. Okay, Ethan Carter III, a guy who carried a company on his back. Okay, left WWE, went out, became a star elsewhere, was over as hell. Gets called up to the main roster. He's literally built himself to be a WWE superstar. What happened to him? Don't answer that. Because we got Nikki Cross, who is a part of one of the hottest stables down in NXT. Man. All right.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible what they did.
A great booking, right? Comes up to the main roster. Yes, she's won women's tag team titles. She's been utilized on television. But did they fuck that up? Don't answer that. Okay? We have the Ascension. Right?
They did that.
Undefeated for almost 2 years. NXT tag team champions. Get called up to the main roster. How did that work out? Don't answer it. Aleister Black, your boy, okay? Murdered it. Down in NXT. All right. Great gimmick. Great entrance. Comes up to the main roster. How they do with that? Don't answer that question. Okay. Heavy machinery. All right. A tag team that barely was utilized down in NXT. Okay. Never truly got over. Comes up to the main roster. We ain't talking about Otis. But what we talking about with heavy machinery? Don't answer that. Okay. Ricochet, another guy, phenomenal down in NXT, gets called up to the main roster. Don't finish that. So yes, I am petrified when it comes to Karrion Kross.
Think about it. I think one of the last good people from NXT that killed it and kept it might be Alexa Bliss, and she was nothing really in NXT.
And that's the kicker. That's the kicker. The ones who don't do anything in NXT are the ones who succeed the most.
Elias.
Like Lacey Evans. What did she do in NXT?
Elias,
another one in NXT. Was
Because
it
you can't count like Seth Rollins and Big E because that was early days.
I don't count Seth Rollins because he wasn't a WWE guy.
Yeah.
Owens,
But you gotta
don't
think-
either.
Yeah, no, yeah, Owens. I
Zayn.
would say Owens and Zayn stayed pretty relevant.
Well, they were pre-WWE guys. too.
They're ROH
Yeah.
guys. Like Brian said, they're not
So
strictly
what?
NXT.
So what?
I don't know what you could do wrong with. Like I get it. We said it with Keith
Oh yeah,
Lee,
let's get some more.
There you go. Apollo
Keith Lee
Crews.
Samoa Joe, Shinsuke.
AOP. Oh.
AOP,
oh.
man. War Machine.
War
And there was
Machine.
slight hope with AOP too.
Bo Dallas. Where's Bo Dallas? Where's
See,
Bo
I
Dallas
think
is
Bo
another
Curtis
one, man.
Axel?
Velveteen Dream.
His ass is staying down there.
But wait,
Velveteen did a lot of damage.
That's
In
all.
a
Uh,
way,
self-inflicted.
in a
Yeah.
way, Neville.
Neville, yeah.
Neville's all right though. He's doing
chilling.
better things now. He's chilling.
Enzo and Cass.
What-
Yeah.
But Enzo and Cass is probably the best case scenario of a call.
Enzo worked out. He wound up working out. It's just, I mean,
got too
politics
big
and
for his
shit like
britches.
that, and yeah. But Enzo was a real gem there, and I thought it was vice versa. I thought
it's just
Cass was gonna be the gem.
like think about it, and I want to know what goes through Vince's head. Like Aleister Black and Ricochet are both great examples because they had that mini call up before they come. Like Aleister Black, me and Rob were there at WrestleMania. Everyone in that place was singing that theme, and they put it over on commentary. Why change it?
They had to have the sound effects to the crane to the
Yeah,
crane.
Which okay,
they wanted to sound like the haunted mansion and shit.
Hold on.
like
I'm
I heard themes change because they don't work with that band anymore. That's why Keith Lee's kind of changed and like
Yeah.
some other people's.
Copyright issues or whatnot, I guess.
Yeah,
I will
but-
say this, right? When it came to Aleister Black, Carl, on the Codex Prime podcast almost 2 years ago, what did I say WWE should not do with Aleister Black?
Oh,
Make them talk.
there you go.
And what did he do for the first 4 months he was there?
Adam Rose, yes.
A fight with
Pick
me.
a fight.
That was terrible, yo. That was terrible. Fucking
Matches were
opening
good,
the
though.
door.
Oh,
Yeah.
shout out to Chisel Adonis for that one.
He's
Yeah,
cutting a
it's crazy.
promo, and then the guy opens the door to tell him, "Yeah, you're on live in 2 minutes. Hurry the fuck up."
Yeah.
But it's
That's what it
crazy though
looked
because
like.
him and Cesaro killed it.
Hey, and then
Yeah,
then they
nah,
stole that.
yeah.
They stole the,
We you know what other NXT we forgot that did great? That did literally like a match or two in that Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
then he had your boy Trent back in the day or whatever. He was gone with that injury that he had, and he was
Two
just sitting in the,
busters.
yeah, he was sitting in the closet playing the games and shit. It's like, what the hell you doing in here? He's like, I've been here the whole time. Well, you got a match. Let's go.
Best friends, best tag team in AEW. Yeah, I said it.
I'm nervous for tonight, man. I'll admit it. I am like very nervous.
I'm
It's
ready,
crazy.
but you know
It's
what?
crazy. You know what's
You
crazy?
know
Because
what?
we're sitting here like nervous, and on the East Coast, what? It's about to be 2:00. Everything's cemented. By 2:00, day of the Rumble, you got to assume Rumble match winners are cemented at this point.
Hopefully.
Let's see.
I know things change. You this with some script.
How you doing?
That's
That's
me,
Kyle's boy,
me.
man.
That's me if Homer wins in any capacity tonight.
I wonder how his OnlyFans wrestling school going.
should be a banger tonight, gentlemen. Should be a
So
banger.
tonight, if Goldberg wins, that'll be in any match. That'll be my initial reaction. And then remember when Brock destroyed that Cadillac and threw it and shit? That'll be me like 2 minutes later.
Throw that shit up. You almost hit the fans with the car door.
Yes.
Yeah,
There was a lawsuit for that shit too. That's crazy.
yeah, no, there was a lawsuit for that. And
Damn.
Brock was probably like, fuck it.
It's like,
You know
my
what I
bad.
think's great though about dudes like Brock and Roman? Then I know we probably got to dwindle down here. Think about Roman right now. That dude, since he won the title and came back, he comes to work every week in Jordans, and
Hit
sweatpants.
the sound effect, Rob.
Yep.
Booberg.
Booberg.
Everybody
Just
at
think about it,
Peacock's like, what are they doing?
A lot has changed since
What is wrong
1998.
with you guys?
Think about it, though. Dudes like Brock
I
and
thought
Roman,
wrestling
they
fans
come,
were stupid.
they come to work in sweatpants and a t-shirt, beat people up, and go home.
Roman Reigns has turned into Brock Lesnar.
He has.
You show up in a t-shirt and sweatpants, and he just
and Brock Lesnar has turned into John Cena. Everyone's waiting for him to come back.
Yeah.
I like that's the thing. Like, I think Brock's one of them things, just like a John Cena, right? Like, you hate John Cena. Everyone's like, "Oh, John Cena's got to go away." But you go to that live event or that pay-per-view or whatever, and John Cena's music hits. That maybe first like 0.3 seconds, you're like, "Oh my God, it's Cena." Then you're like, "John Cena sucks," just like with Brock. Like when that music hits, when that Brock music hits, everyone in the crowd loses their shit.
Oh, that could have been.
You see the comment?
That could have been the worst one. We talk about, and I ain't talking about the other Mitch. I'm talking about this Mitch.
That was self-inflicted too. This guy.
Yeah.
Yo, you know he's not. He's not.
Fucking
guy.
On
TV. He's not on TV because he's not in trouble. It's because they're waiting for something great for him. That is the worst part about it.
That's
and
terrible.
I read that. Think about it.
Terrible.
Not because of all the other shit he did. Because at first they didn't want him on SmackDown because Braun was on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. Just think, Lars Sullivan is not on TV because they want something great for him, not because of all this other shit.
I know, right?
I will say this: I can't wait for fans to come back because
something will come up. It's just a Lars Sullivan it's just a Lars Sullivan way.
Anything can happen tonight.
I'll say this: the three people that I will never forgive: Lars Sullivan for what you said. I ain't letting go of what Riker was talking about. He can get it too, and the same thing with Terry. They're all in my boat. I will forever boo those people.
I witnessed Rob.
Oh, I'm not
WrestleMania. There
I'm
it
happy
is.
you stopped the search there, Rob.
I know I gotta scrub my search history now.
Wait, is the funniest part about it is that he has like a root beer shirt on?
And he has a what?
The root beer, A&W, the root beer.
Because it makes his boat float.
He is just, even in NXT before all this shit.
I accidentally seen a clip of that video.
How do you time out. How do you accidentally hit play on?
When I put his name in there.
I don't know.
So Rob, did the cream rise to the top? Just saying.
Oh.
What? What I do?
You make me feel bad.
Well, to quote the great Cat Williams, he shouldn't have been talking shit.
I don't know. I'm just trying to clear my search history right now.
So I guess final thoughts before we close here. What final things tonight? What we think is actually going to happen.
Hope for the best. Mentally prepare yourself for the worst.
You can say that every week when you watch wrestling.
I think in a night full of uncertainties and fanless interaction, we can expect some change for the Royal Rumble, but hopefully it's not bad change. Hopefully it's stuff that can, save the show, at least make it watchable. I want to see it be entertained tonight. I don't want to be like, damn, the fans are not here and it's gonna change everything, because that's what's in the back of my mind. That buzzer's gonna hit and then crickets, just theme music.
I am so nervous. I can't trust it enough.
It's worked. We know nothing. It's worked. We will tune in.
Yeah. Let's just. There you go. See, ultimately, the one winner of tonight will be the cameraman, and you just can't deny it.
You hear Goldberg almost bit his tongue off at Raw.
See, I told you he hurt himself. Hopefully, he hurt himself enough to where he can't.
That makes sense, though. That makes sense.
My man, you come out there and spear someone and you almost bite your tongue off.
He's like a shark.
They told him don't head by the door, so he's like,
like how they say shark goes into frenzy mode or whatever whenever that's Goldberg. He's just like, his eyes black the fuck out. He's like, oh, I gotta spear somebody. Oh.
Are we sure Goldberg's not on coke? Because he sweats profusely. Okay?
No confirmation yet. There's no confirmation.
He runs into things. He hurts himself.
Oh wait, I want to do one more quick thing. One more literally quick thing. Who do we really think is going to be number 30 in the men's? Real, like, honestly, who do you
Man.
think?
John
Like,
Cena.
even
I'd go for John Cena.
John
If
Cena.
I had to
Cena or
take a
Rock?
bold pick.
I'm going
The
Cena or Rock.
surprise will be 30, right?
Prize.
How about this? I want Phil to be number 30.
I would love that. I would
I want Phil to
love.
be
going
30.
with I'm going with friggin'
She
going
could be
Alice
30.
for Kiera, baby.
I'm going
She
out.
could be
Yeah.
30.
Alice.
She
I'm going
could be
Alice
30.
Black.
You going Alice the Black for 30?
Yeah.
I'm sticking
Okay.
with I'm sticking with Cena.
What about women's 1 and 2? Since we don't know those.
I would love for Charlotte to go first, and then my surprise pick, Tessa Blanchard, to show up number 2. Then you have all Rumble on to tell that story.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with women's. I'm trying to think who they already announced. I'm gonna go with like Peyton Royce and
Billy Kay.
Billy Kay. There you go.
That'd be
Ooh,
dope.
1
That'd
and
be
2.
dope.
There it is.
I'm gonna go with that, even though that would be dope. I'm going with that.
I ain't gonna lie. Billy Kay just hits me right here, man. There's
I
like
love
even
both
outside of wrestling, like her personal YouTube channel, I fucking love that girl. I'm like, yo, I would totally be best friends with somebody like that. But she hits me right here, and then on TV, she's just pure gold.
My girl.
Facts. Yep, she's not losing in any corner tonight.
All right, well, that's all I got.
Yep. That's all I got.
Should be a hell of a night, gentlemen.
I'm excited as a fan. I'm excited to watch tonight. I personally don't care who wins it either way. I just want to be entertained, and the Rumble every year entertains me. So
It does.
I'm just excited for this. I can't wait to watch tonight.
Let's do it. Let's get there.
She looks
Yeah,
way better without the red lipstick, though.
Yes,
I agree.
Billy. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
but that's it. So I thank all you gentlemen for showing up. Vic came in through in the clutch.
Always
And
late. Ha! Thank you though for having me, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah. This is the People Show. It's for everybody. Follow Wrestling is Trash on social media. And you can find every episode of Wrestling is Trash on randomrob.com. Just click the little podcast button and you see it. It's all of them. They're video archive, audio archive. We're missing the episode 43 for some reason. Thanks for Mr. Impact for pointing that out to me. We have a lost episode, people. I got to find it. But it's all there. randomrob.com. And that's it. We did it. We gonna